Hello everyone, and welcome back to Illuna Nights. As always, I am your DM Shivam. I use he/him pronouns. And I will let the rest of our lovely cast introduce themselves. Starting from Nemo.
Hello, Nemo. I also use he/him pronouns, and I play Ben. He's a gnome rogue who also uses he/him pronouns. And the fun fact about Ben today is that Ben was good friends with the inventor of the Nutcracker. I constantly mocked him for his own invention being called Nutcracker. That's it.
Are you just challenging Shivam now for your arc by just making more and more?
They're just getting more egregious, like.
Just testing.
I think it means you're allowed to go unhinged.
Gonna see how far I can push Shivam before he breaks.
I just have a small binder like prepared, just like with all the fucking like the bullshit I'm going to bring back.
Oh yeah, that's what I fully expected you to do. Just whatever Nemo dishes out, you dish it back 2 or 3 times, just as works.
Yeah. Oh man. Great.
Kate is next.
Yeah.
So hello, I am Kate. I use she/her pronouns. I am playing Plumeria, our fairy paladin. She also uses she/her pronouns as well. For fun fact this week, so Plumeria really enjoys watching fireworks as she loves the glow that they have. Moving from her home village to Illuna made it a lot harder to stargaze like she usually does. But the first time that she witnessed fireworks, she was both spooked yet amazed from once they shot off from the festival in the city, where she saw them.
The sky lightning.
Yeah. That's cute. Just Plumeria, just like, I don't know why my mental picture was just like hiding under the table like a scared dog.
Oh.
I don't know why,
man.
but just like it's like the meme that popped in my head. It's like, what would you show like a medieval peasant to like vaporize them? And it's like fireworks. Just fire from the sky.
Dude, I would literally just have to show up and they would hate me.
They do.
You know, I think my favorite tweet about like that sort of thing is that like if you just like if you gave a medieval peasant Baja Blast, I'm fairly certain it would just kill them.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
This is D&D talk, everyone.
Yes.
Yay.
That's a canon thing in this universe. Baja Blast is a potion you can make. It is one of the more powerful potions. Izzy, go ahead.
Oh god.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Oh my gosh, I can't think. Hi, I'm Izzy. My pronouns are she, they. I will be playing Indigo, our Shatterkai samurai elf fighter who uses he, him, ho pronouns. And fun fact, one of Indigo's bucket list items is to go see a circus, mainly because he wants to see tigers for the first time.
Why tigers?
Yeah, not the lions and bears. Oh my.
Okay,
sorry,
listen here, buddy. Because with like ancient scrolls and stuff like that, you see like dragons or tigers and whatnot, and dragons aren't particularly real, I guess, to him. So it's dragons are not particularly real, but tigers are more of a, oh, I can one day see them. So he wants to go to a circus because he knows those are there, kinda, sorta.
He wants to channel the tiger energy.
Okay, yeah, I've completely decided now. Tigers are mythical, dragons are real.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yep, that's the thing in this universe now. Tigers are mythical. Oh my god.
The government's been lying to us.
Indigo has
Tigers
a
are
lot of
government
bears.
drones.
We know
God.
that.
Stop it! Stop it!
The party goes to the circus only to find a quote-unquote tiger that's just a lion painted to look like a
Oh
tiger.
No,
God.
it's a dragon painted
Yeah.
to look like a tiger.
Brass dragon with stripes.
Also, Nemo, I think out of all the X's, there's only 2 that count as bears.
What?
Official access.
Oh my god.
The official X's.
We need like the
God.
triangle bear
Yeah,
twin punk.
we need to sort that out.
Oh God. Fucking took a drink of water as you said that it is.
Okay, real talk. Let's start out next session by if we make the fucking like the little like spreadsheet out or the little diagram out, we should definitely show it as a part of like the start of like next session.
Yeah. We need to diagram all the X's to keep track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of the X's are spoilery. What?
Yeah,
We'll,
I
we'll
figure
like
we just
we'll
track
like
the ones
cover
we
them
know. We
like
have good
a
number.
guess the Pokemon thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as they become unlockable characters, we just get to add them.
Just add a silhouette there for now.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
We haven't even drawn them all. Fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. We're putting that down on the board. Absolutely, we're totally doing that next session.
God damn it. Okay.
All right, with
Hi.
that, Elliot.
I'm Elliot. I use he/him pronouns, and I play Syrinx, who's a bard zard who also uses he/him pronouns. My fun fact for today is Syrinx has no clue when his birthday is. That's all.
He's just old.
I mean, as far as he's concerned, he's fairly young.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
He's a young soul at heart. And also kind of, he seems like it too, because he is actually physically looking young pretty.
As far as anyone is aware.
Yeah. Fucking elf ages, man, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who
Alright.
knows?
Let's go ahead and start off with, what happened last time?
We solved the dragon puzzle that you gave to us. That was a puzzle.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely
let's
a
rewind it.
Yeah,
So why,
so
why'd you
after
have
we
to...
finished our plans the session before for how we were going to infiltrate these bad guys' base, we
Yes.
now executed said plans. Right. And we went in
Yes,
there.
after you failed one time.
We went in there, and we subdued the guards,
Murdered
and then
them, yeah.
decided that we're going to trade all of the surprise we had spent planning that plan to not make the guards make a lot of noise, and just smash the magic generator to bits, making a lot of noise and alerting everyone on the premises to our existence.
I very specifically have it that both Pen and Syrinx decided to fuck with it first to make it
Okay,
loud.
so I was gonna like try and get passwords, and then Pen, after like immediately putting in a wrong password, was like, "Fuck it."
To
Destroy
be fair,
the
I think you putting in a wrong password already made like a bunch of noise.
Yeah, it like immediately started like beeping, and Pen
Mhm.
like freaked out and went, "Ah, I gotta destroy it."
Oh man.
Technology scares me. I'm old.
Ah, why is the iPhone making that sound?
Yes, so you beat up the
5G is
technology.
gonna get your brain.
Yeah, so we
You
went in there,
guys-
and there was like a hedgehog that we all spent 20 minutes petting. And
And try to
Buttercup.
yeah, Buttercup. And then we went downstairs, and there was, oh yeah, we killed some people, I think. And we went
You did.
downstairs, and there were like some really ugly dogs and some dude, and we killed the ugly dogs. And then it turns out it was just this guy's pets, and we subdued the guy, but we didn't kill him because Pen didn't
That's-
kill him after strict instruction not to.
We're working on it. Listen.
It's a
And
learning
so now
process.
now we actually had a lead with which to extract information, because it turned out that you know, they only received attacking the flower shop as a job, but who did they receive that job from? And it turns out they were paid a lot of money to do so. And we got a lead on a location on a map to go to find who had given them that job. He also had a giant mechanical dragon, and I think we like bartered with him, and like Indigo convinced him to give up his life of crime in order to become an actual like pet breeder.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe
I still don't know how the fuck I managed to convince people.
Indigo's good at that.
It'd be hard.
He's good
considering
at
all that.
finding people's true calling.
Mm-hmm.
God, honestly, what is it now? Trevor is now a tailor, and now this motherfucker is attempting to be a pet breeder, even though all he has is a single mechanical dragon.
This is fine.
He's doing his best, alright?
Can't fuck.
Oh my god. But yes, you found a lead to a location that maybe you guys should check out. As,
Oh
part
wait,
of the
we
next
got
plot
some
point.
loot too. I forgot about that.
You did get
And
some loot, which is
beans.
very important. A bag of beans.
Yes.
That does some random effects that Syrinx found out as he immediately chucked one at a wall and nearly killed the entire party.
I didn't nearly
Thank you,
kill
Syrinx.
anyone.
You had a
And
1
you
in
stole it
100
from my
chance of
titties, and then
TTK.
you went and did it again.
Yep.
The city. You are
Straight up and
magically
down.
illegal.
He just wants
First-
to know what
yeah.
they do.
The first time you used it, you did actually have a 1 in 100 chance of TPKing the entire
Oh,
party.
1 in 100 chance. That's so low.
Those are bet nods.
Jesus Christ.
I think that's all.
Oh.
Yeah, we did it again, and
Um,
it was giant. I threw one in the streets, and it was giant mushrooms that screamed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we were like, yo, hey, magic's fucking illegal.
Vanna is now quietly being investigated, but she probably should be able to just deal with it. But you know,
Syrinx just
just
did a
on
frowny
high alert.
face.
Truly the biggest frowny face. And the last important detail, as you guys are trying to get to that location, where the next plot point is, cough cough, you're going to need to travel through Pixie territory. And
Yeah.
Hey.
those of you acquainted with the Feywilds in general, you do know one thing to be true, and that is Pixies are bitches.
Yeah, I think that was the revelation that we made as we headed back to the court.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna head back, take a long rest after that, and
Yeah.
then head
Yeah.
out in the morning.
Yep. So you guys are probably taking a rest. I'm also assuming too. Plumeria, did you also, I'm assuming, want to talk to everyone in the morning about like just some general Pixie stuff? Because like I'll let you guys make some rolls, but I think you for sure.
I also
would at
did.
least- yeah, and Syrinx would definitely know at least some decent like do's and don'ts around Pixies.
Yes,
Yeah, we're just
absolutely.
gonna have like a small team meeting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But you guys are resting for tonight.
My 4 hours of
And
meditation.
with your only 4 hours of meditation, as once again, I guess we're gonna have an Indigo Syrinx scene.
What is Indigo up to?
He's probably in the training room.
So he's trying to do the trick still.
Yes.
Did you show the art last time?
Oh, I didn't. I made a
Nope.
meme. Let me pull that up.
Our lovely viewing audience. We
Can
have
you send us
determined
back to
that,
the court, Shiva?
Oh, yes.
we have discovered that Indigo is 2/3 of the way to being a himbo.
I think he just needs to be stupider.
How
I
dare
think
you.
I think Mimo then said,
Ow.
"Oh, let's start the lobotomy." Where this bitch at? I just export as PNG.
Mm.
Yeah, so I guess Syrinx eventually hears Indigo just screaming profanities undoubtedly at.
He probably isn't screaming because y'all are asleep.
Oh, that's fair.
It's probably the middle of the night.
I hear the sword sounds.
And would whoop you up.
And wander in. Oh look, there's everybody. But now we have snow-flavored Syrinx once more, which I will change. We have the thing now for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the ability to change that by yourself? I know Nemo has.
Yeah, I just
think
need to
that's
do it on
fine, okay.
stream.
I send all the things.
Oh, I meant like the tokens in game.
Oh no, I can't do that.
It's fine.
It's
Oh,
fine.
I forgot to do the
Fine.
tokens.
It's
Ah. Yeah, he just walks in, gives Indigo an understanding nod, and sits down and starts writing.
Indigo, who's probably been at it for like a little bit, kind of just wipes the sweat off his brow. I'm gonna assume he's like just in like some sweatpants and he's just shirtless because it's the middle of the night. Who the fuck is gonna come over
Yeah,
here?
everyone's in
Other than
pajamas. I
Syrinx.
feel like the elves still wear pajamas, even though...
Yeah, yeah. His hair's probably up in a bun, like a man bun.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, he'll take a small break and he will drink some water and look over at Syrinx. What are you writing?
He just... Did it work? Yay, it worked! He just turns the book around, and he's actually writing about the... magic beans. And you see, like, he has, like, the bag and the beans diagrammed, and he has, like, the mushrooms from the streets, and... What was the first thing that happened?
We got eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah, the eggs! We got giant eggs. They're all diagrammed.
Okay, so... Do you want to learn more about the eggs, then? Or the eggs, the beans?
I mean, both, but... He turns the book back around and he just kind of gives a slow nod. He's not smiling, he just seems intent on recording whatever he's recording.
Well, I'm wondering if we could, I guess, test out some of the beans in a place where we won't be caught, if you're really that curious.
That gets his attention again as he looks up. You know how when you say, like, walkies to a dog and, like, their eyes get really big?
Yes.
It's that.
Well, I'm wondering, you know that, was it a genie? Or what is it called? A djinn?
Married?
He writes
No.
down married.
Yes, okay. I'm wondering if we could use their place. Like, it's wide enough and it's not a place where normal public people go. And I mean, the merit is also magic. Maybe they might know what these beans are. Just a suggestion. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly big on
Syrinx holds out a
magic
hand.
things. Yes.
He just holds out his hand like, if you pick me up right now, I will go to the married immediately.
Oh, I'm not saying right now. I don't think it's a good idea for us to just vanish in the middle of the night. Especially with beans that we don't know entirely what they do.
Yeah, he just looks down and gives you a nod and a shrug, because Indigo, you're right. You're right.
But maybe tomorrow when we can talk to Pen and Plumeria about it and just try and do some tests of our own. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, he just gives you one very short smile.
Well, I'm going to continue to try to do that frickin' sword move. I swear, Pen has done it, and I'm going to figure out how.
Syrinx opens up his notebook and he writes down, he's done it twice, and turns...
I know he's done it twice. He's probably done it a lot of times. And that's why it's so frustrating because I don't know how to do it. And Kikyo doesn't believe me that it's possible. So I'm going to continue to train and work hard so I can do it.
He flips to another page and writes down, try holding your hand at a lower angle. That's how I've seen Pen do it.
He nods and gets his sword back out and tries that.
How much closer does Indigo get?
What do I need
Roll.
to roll?
Let's go with wisdom to try to like
Wisdom?
because the idea is you're trying to like learn it, right? You're trying to like figure out something. Actually, let's go with intelligence. You're trying to figure out something new.
Can we go back to wisdom?
No, we're going back to intelligence now, I think.
I was saying performance because I don't know. Okay.
12. And
Better than
it's hard to
10.
piece together just from like the you haven't gotten that breakthrough quite yet.
Right.
It's gonna take you maybe some more time.
Some more effort.
Mhm.
Some more
Some better
talking to
rolls.
Pen.
Yeah, okay. Listen. I don't think Pen will just teach me right away. He'll just give me some shit for the longest time. So even if I were to approach him about it, I don't know how I would approach him about it with him actually taking me seriously.
Syrinx shrugs.
But for now, I will just try. Maybe once Pen and I are on better terms and he stops calling me Titty Boy, I'll ask. I squint at Pen.
At his unconscious body in his room.
General direction of his room.
You fucking open the door to Pen's room.
I squint
Just
real
point
hard.
at him.
He's
Sleep.
snoring.
Jesus.
Open his door, there's just an old man naked.
No!
No!
Oh,
My eyes!
God.
My eyes!
I don't know what we expected.
Anyways, anything else until the morning?
That is all I had.
That's all I have.
All right, everyone wakes up. Brekkie is passed around. Your smoothie is handed to you, Syrinx.
Slurps.
As Plumeria, you figure you should probably gather everyone around for everyone's first proper trip.
Yeah, I
into
feel
the,
like while they're eating breakfast, Plumeria and Syrinx just make meaningful eye contact across the table.
Mhm.
Blair's gonna just, float in front of everyone, just kind of clap her hands together and go, right, okay. So, obviously, we are going outside of the city today. First off, raise your hand if you have ever interacted with Pixies.
That's Syrinx.
Raises his hand.
Oh, and Pen.
Indigo
Yeah.
does not raise his hand.
Everyone but Indigo. Does Fork raise his hand?
Yeah, I'd say Fork would.
Does he feel like he's a part of this group?
I would assume Fork was doing his managerial. Yeah, okay, I guess he raises his hand. Sure, yeah. That's how I'll convey information to you guys is via Fork.
Oh my god. Right, well, this is better than I expected. So Indigo, since you have not interacted with Pixies, I will give you the long story short. They are assholes, and they will do anything to be a dick. So, have you interacted with other Fae in general as well? Because the general rule of not getting tricked by most Feywild Fae also kind of applies here.
And Shivam with the X's, the
I don't
one.
think any of them are.
The one.
I think specifically no.
Okay, then no. He shakes his head no.
Okay. Few common rules. 1. Do not tell them your name. 2, just don't fucking talk to them. 3, ignore them. That's the easiest way. You will do anything under the sun to be a goddamn nuisance.
Yeah. I think Fork will also chime into that and just say, yeah, I mean, Yegor's number one rule of Pixies is don't do anything that would cause you to actually, deal with Pixies in any way, shape, or form. With that though, if you do ignore them, there is a very high chance they might play some kind of minor trick on you just to kind of mess with you a little bit. But realistically, unless you're very clever about talking to them, the minor trick's probably going to be, get you better off than trying to reason with the Pixie and somehow come out on top of that conversation.
Syrinx writes down, it's your interaction that feeds into the strength of the Pixie's magic.
Okay, so just ignore them completely, or just keep my mouth shut and follow
Syrinx
you?
just starts nodding. Yes.
Okay, I will try my best.
Basically.
But I have a question.
Yes.
In case we get separated, which I'm not saying we will, but just in case, what do I do in that situation? I don't want to fight them and everything turn to shite.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna hide into a corner and wait until we find you.
What if there are no corners?
You just crawl in a little blonde ball of dumb and you stay there and don't move.
Oh,
Otherwise you'll die.
okay. Blonde
And it-
ball it is. Got it. Okay.
And it won't be that bad. Just don't. Well, the general is getting lost. Don't wander too far. Otherwise, we'll probably have a hell of a time finding you. On the lighter second note of this, however, probably be running into at least some somewhat familiar territory for me. We've hit at least regular fairy, well, non-Feywild fairy territory as well. Not as awful as the Pixies, but she pauses for a moment and just kind of does like
Syrinx's
the pressed
interest
hands
is
like in front of her
big.
mouth. They're a little
They're
interesting.
fun.
Indigo
Waiting
tilts
for
his
an
head
explanation.
confused.
At least where I'm from, there's not too many fairy villages, and these guys they're left to their own devices far too long. So it's affected them a bit, as you could assume.
I'm very confused. What are you getting at?
Kind of feral indigo.
Like they're what do you mean? Like are they cannibals or something?
No, they don't fucking bite, but like they're unhinged.
Fork kind of goes,
That's when you're Fork, they bite because you go there unsupervised.
He shrugs.
I'm sorry, what?
Just they're a lot more easy to appease. Just go with the flow. If they ask you to do their drinking games, I am warning you now, you'll end up with one hell of a headache. It's
I
entertaining.
wasn't planning on it because I'm not that good at drinking.
I mean, they're quick and you won't get drunk, but
But yeah, to put them into context, by the way, the rager we just threw here, the parties those guys throw, they would make that look like a fantasy Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
What's a Chuck E. Cheese?
I said fantasy Chuck E. Cheese. You know what that is.
Do I?
You had a very sad
know
childhood,
Indigo.
huh?
Indigo just went constantly to fantasy Chuck E. Cheese. His only friend was fantasy bear guy.
Fantasy Fast Spinner?
Fantasy animatronics. Oh no.
Oh god.
You know, Plumeria pipes up one more time. I mean, they're the ones we get the fucking moonshine from. You all know how strong that is.
Okay, don't drink anything, don't talk, got it.
That's gonna be fun.
It will be something.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I guess at that Syrinx just unrolls the map and we plot out a course.
Great. All right, you guys start heading outside of the city. It's about half a day's travel to even see like outskirts of the city. And then like about like a day or so until you reach about the outskirts of the Pixie lands.
Pixie Hollow. No, I'm sorry.
It's fast approaching night. You guys
Oh
could
god, we
take
gotta
a
cycle.
yeah, sorry. We're traveling by map here, so to speak. But yeah, so you guys can take a long rest here, and then in the morning, it's then proper Pixie time.
Alrighty.
If you guys want to take some watches. Or if you just want to skip until morning because you guys just had a long rest, that's up to you guys.
Does anyone want to do watches?
What are we watching? Aren't we in the?
You guys are in like
We're
a
traveling.
foresty area on the outside of the city
Oh.
now. Yeah, it's not quite in Pixie Lands yet, but like you're getting real close there. In the morning, you should be able to hit it.
I feel like it might be better to rest here instead of in Pixie
Yeah.
territory, so...
That could be fucky.
I want to talk to Plumeria.
Ah.
Okay. Is
Oh.
Pen and Indigo the other watch?
See,
Yeah. Well, is there only 2 watches?
Are you-
I feel like
Unless
Shivam
you
will
find something
mold
else.
time so that we can just always
Okay.
be paired up.
I mean, because
Yeah.
Indigo only needs to sleep, meditate for 4 hours, so I mean...
You just make it 2 pairs, please.
Okay.
let's not bring any math into this.
Math, knife emoji.
My D&D game. Anyways, so Syrinx and Plumeria are up first.
Yeah.
It's a cool. Let's go with the autumn night. As you guys look outside at the forest ahead of you.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I have proficiency in that, meaning I have
Wow.
+2.
Wow.
Wow.
15. Plumeria, you want to roll some perception? You just want to trust Syrinx?
I'll roll perception, but I actually do have proficiency.
We all get murderized.
Jesus Christ, I hope the fuck not. Might be better.
16. Yeah, so you both look out towards the woods. You guys are both reasonably certain that nothing's probably gonna go out and attack you guys, but Plumeria is 5% more reasonably certain.
Shut up. So, I talked to Plumeria before about the secrets thing, right?
I think you mentioned it.
It was the other day we all briefly discussed that, yeah, our secrets probably might put us in danger, and we all just kind of acknowledged it.
Yeah. I think Syrinx will walk up and sit down and pass a note over to Plumeria that says, I know I asked before, and I still don't need to know what your secret is, but if there's anything I can do to mitigate the results of having shared that with possibly be anyone, please let me know.
I appreciate the sentiment, at least, but I don't really know how this could come back to get me. I mean, there's a couple ways, but I felt, again, alright sharing it because it was almost part of a whole, not the whole story.
He writes down
Sense.
because it was a stranger.
That and I didn't reveal, at least I don't think, too much.
He nods and writes down. Alright, but I would appreciate if you really, really thought about this. Is there anyone out there who could benefit from that information? Anyone? And is there anyone out there who... You said you gave a part of a whole, but is there anyone out there who has the other parts?
I mean, it was so long ago. I don't know. It depends on who you're asking, really, I suppose. I want to say there would definitely be quite a few people I know who still know my half of it like I do, but there's also... It's kind of a two-sided story, in a sense. One of them for one reason and the other for another.
He nods. And I think he just writes down at that point, it's alright. I just don't want anything bad to come to you people after such a trivial thing.
If anything does, well, that's kind of why I decided to learn more sword skills. I mean, so I could at least, defend myself, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he just smiles and, unless you had anything, that was all I had.
Plumero is actually, gonna get comfy as well, and I do want to actually apologize for yesterday. You said you're still new-ish to the city, right? Like,
He nods.
have you... I know I've seen you ways back a couple times at Feywild specific solstice parties. Have you even wandered into this plane, like, anything recently, or?
I think first he just writes down, it's alright, I can be a bit naive, for the first part. And then I'll add to that, not until recently. I hadn't been in Illuna until, what was it, a couple weeks before I met you guys.
I believe that's a Shivam question.
Shivam?
I was drinking water.
How dare you?
Sorry. Yeah, so you hadn't been until...
I was only in Illuna for a couple of weeks until the Moonguard Mercs came by, wasn't I?
That feels reasonable. Yeah, I don't feel like it's been a
We didn't give it an
terribly long
exact time, but it was definitely less than...
I feel like it's short. Yeah,
Yeah.
that feels reasonable to me, that having be short. I don't think it breaks anything to...
Nope. Yep, couple weeks.
Shit, I didn't think you were so uninformed. I mean, you hang out with a lot of Fae. I would have assumed you about how we're kind of dealt with in the city.
It just shrugs.
Well, at the very least, if there's anything you really need to know about how the city works and kind of the social hierarchy, just ask. I mean, I've been here upwards 100 years.
He looks kind of appreciative. He's a nod, and he writes down, truthfully, I'd like to know everything, but I don't think I know enough to know what questions to ask yet.
At least the general wants to keep you safe. I mean, knowing who the specific guard are, knowing who the church are, and all of their members are dressed accordingly. Avoid them as much as you can. I would not do any form of magic in front of them unless you were willing to die for what you were doing.
He winces.
They are, serious about the magic ban since they enacted it.
He writes down, why would they ban magic?
This is mine. I mean, they just kind of flipped on a switch one day, and Faye were just kind of shoved to the bottom of the social totem pole because we embody a lot of magic, you can assume.
He looks a little concerned for a moment. He starts tapping his pen and then writes down, is it something to do with the war? How much does Plumeria know about the war, Shivam?
I would imagine not much. I feel like, she was just too young when that happened. So, like, I think just kind of like a very general sort of like, there was like a whole big war going on. There was a whole thing with like the church being on one side and Faye being on the other.
Did it stop or did it kind of turn into a Cold War?
Yeah, I think like it just kind of stopped. It turned in. That's a good way of putting it. It turned more into that Cold War sort of deal. And I think Plumeria was like, you were probably like learning more about you were old enough to like start learning about like the world and stuff around you when like tensions started becoming more of a Cold War rather than all out one.
Okay. Yeah, she'll kind of think for a moment and go, well, maybe it's not something I'm too familiar with. Ask anybody and I could probably give you the same answer.
He nods, but doesn't look away from his book. Very curious. Very curious indeed. Did you have any more questions?
I think that was it for me. If we want to switch to Indigo and Pen now.
Yeah!
All right.
Ooh.
You two go to sleep and you
I
wake
stare
Indigo and
blankly
Pen up.
into the space.
Mhm.
Perception.
Turns out you're blind in one
Is up.
eye.
Wow, I am blind in one eye. Crazy.
Wow!
Pen needs glasses, unfortunately. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, why would we have the two
Oopsie!
people?
Y'all got
It's
like
fine.
0.4
Struggled
eyes
eyesight.
between you.
Mhm.
Have half an eye.
I feel like Indigo, you're too focused on like what Pen's thinking of you, and Pen, you're just kind of like weirded out by like Indigo looking at you too often.
What?
Stop staring at me, boy. You're creeping me out.
You don't have to be like awkward, like looking at Pen. I feel like.
How do you do the sword thing?
Mhm.
Oh,
What?
The sword thing?
What sort of thing?
The click, the whoosh, the sword thing.
Mhm.
You're having a stroke, boy.
No, I've seen you do it twice now.
Do
Were you-
what?
Gaslight Indigo.
gaslight girl boss, Pen.
You draw your sword so fast and take down an enemy and put it back in your sheath before anyone can see. That.
I'm just good at it.
I'm just built different.
Why you
Oh.
can't do that? Wait, you use swords and you can't do that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh no.
Assuming they built a fire, he just kind of looks down at the fire in shame.
Boy, you're not gonna answer?
I don't know how to answer you. I can't do it.
Well, that's no good. We gotta teach you how to do that now. Stand up.
Wait, what?
Stand up. You're not a good swordsman if you can't do the sword thing.
You're going to teach me?
What's happening?
Yeah, I have to. Otherwise, you'll die, and that's just less money for us.
Indigo's eye goes wide and he stands.
So show me how you do your sword stance there.
I guess he'll move away from where Plumeria and Syrinx are sleeping, like to a tree or something, and show Pen his stance.
Oh fuck! Yeah, we have a lot of work to do here.
Okay.
And he's
Tell
gonna
me what
walk
to do.
over to this. Yeah. Okay. First, Ben hits Indigo's leg with his cane
Like hard
that.
or just
real
a pat?
hard.
Oh god.
Ow. Okay.
Does Indigo take 1 point of damage every time he hits him?
No. Don't do this.
Sure,
to
but
me.
you heal it up at the end of the long rest.
Okay.
Damn.
I try to bend them a little bit more. You're not bending enough.
Oh, okay.
Also, fucking relax. You're stiff as fuck.
I'm nervous. I'm sorry.
Stop that. And why are you nervous?
I just
Playing.
Okay.
You didn't explain. You just said okay.
I want to learn how to do it, and I'm nervous that I'll keep fucking up. That's
Time? You don't have time. You're working for us now. I'm not mode, but I don't think I'm gonna just die tomorrow or anything.
right. Right.
How
Okay.
long do you think the trip's gonna be? A day or two? Yeah, we have a little bit of time there.
Okay.
Okay. Relax. Are you relaxed now?
High or low?
Hi.
Always high.
He is relaxed.
Ah,
Barely.
good. Now, what you're gonna do is, and we cut to the next scene because I don't know how you actually do it.
Okay, what do I roll?
Oh my god.
What you're gonna do is slap cut.
Now it's wisdom. Yeah, it's just a fucking scene from that the Hitchcock movie where they just like they stand in front of like the plane propellers.
Oh,
15?
Cool.
Yeah, with the 15, okay, here's what I'm going to say is kind of happening. I think Kikyo, like, despite her, like, her tall lithe appearance, like, I think she's more of, like, a strength-based, like, fighter.
yes,
Um,
definitely.
And I think, like, you are definitely more, you're, of course, violently dexterous. So, like, Kikyo definitely taught you all that she could from her sword style, but, like, you just wouldn't be able to learn a technique like this through, like, brute force and power. As Pen starts to teach you this, you start like understanding a little bit more about like it's not more about like the idea of just being able to completely like just overpower like the enemy, but it's more about the idea of just like being able to strike at like just this key vital point. So you gain a significantly more knowledge with that 15.
Hell yeah.
you feel like you might be able to attempt it in combat. But I might make you roll for it to see if you successfully do it or not.
That's fair. If I roll a nat 20, can I do it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm not gonna get any nat 20s for the rest of the campaign now that I said that.
You are now cursed.
I'm now cursed.
Absolutely.
No.
All right. It cuts to morning. With the results of a good training session.
Indigo has fucking welts all over his arms and legs.
He's just T-posing, so his like arms aren't touching.
Yeah. It's
Just
like,
a lot of bruises because Ben kept hitting me with the
Yeah.
Oh my god, incredible. All right, but yeah, now it's morning. As you guys can now head out into the Pixie Wilds.
Let's go!
Ooh.
All right.
New map.
As you guys
Map?
cross over
Are we
into
having a
the
map?
Give us
Map?
the map.
oh my god,
Map?
fucking
The map. The map. The map.
Map,
The
the
map.
map, the map.
The map. The map.
fucking look at this.
I'm not. I see
A map.
nothing.
What?
A map.
It's a blank.
Mushroom dance.
You
Oh.
need to refresh your page,
Whatever
Mr.
could it
Terrible
mean?
Wi-Fi.
It means you've lived a life of sin.
What?
What is happening right now?
Jesus, is it?
Shroom.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
but yeah. So as you guys are looking at like this foresty area, the trees above you guys just completely cover this perfect canopy, blocking out most of the light in this forest. You guys can hear a few animals chittering about, but mostly it's this quiet that's just uneasy. As you guys see that there's a thick fog that's slowly starting to roll in.
I feel like as soon as the sound of birds and squirrels stops, Syrinx slowly reaches out and just crush grips Indigo's hand.
Oh.
Roll a strength check to see how well you crush his hand.
How well
How
I crush
terribly
it? Maybe
you do.
it's just gonna be nice and gentle. What's my strength?
What do I
We'll
roll
see.
to contest this?
Oh, I have plus 0.
Let's see the Bardzard try his strength check so we can laugh at him first.
Hey.
Never mind. Syrinx is stronger than you, Indigo, as he actually does crush your hand. You can try to roll strength to contest if you want to crush his hand back.
I don't want to crush his hand back. I just want to withstand the crush.
Withstand.
Okay, go ahead and roll strength, I guess.
Was this a con save?
Let's go with just strength to see, because you just need to be able to withstand, like, getting your
This
hand.
is stupid.
You get your hand a little crushed. It's just a tight grip, it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
He's cold.
Everything okay?
He.
Should I be worried?
You want to roll me some insight, Indigo?
Yeah, that sounds good, because I'm actually good at that shit.
Hey.
Kinda.
Not a -1.
Ah!
Ooh, 22.
The
I see.
smile that Syrinx gives you, Indigo, makes you think that maybe this isn't for him.
Okay. Just tell me where to look and not look, or point.
He nods.
No.
I guess so. We're following Plumeria mostly. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Sorry, Nemo.
Yeah, no, just look down. Don't breathe. Don't talk.
Okay. Okay.
Keep
Great.
your arms to yourself. Don't swing too hard when you walk. Those are the
What?
rules.
Okay.
Well, if you're getting attacked or see something, obviously speak up.
We'll
deal with it.
And a fucking boa constrictor comes out of the water and starts choking him, but he says nothing.
I don't want to bother Pen. This feels like a me problem.
Boy.
Just sinks into the water quietly.
This is fine.
The fucking bubbles. The only indication he's gone.
Oh my god. You rescue Indigo from the fucking boa constrictor. because that's a canon thing that happened.
No, you fuckers.
As you guys
Left it.
continue onwards, and as you keep going deeper into these woods, most of you guys can feel like almost this pull of like magic from around you guys. It makes your like hairs stand on end like static electricity.
We all got that Ghibli
as-
effect.
Yeah, just a little bit as you guys, three of you guys who are very attuned to magic, can feel it surge around you guys.
Ooh, Shivam, question.
And Indigo specifically, because I know what you're about to ask me, is
Yeah, okay.
you don't feel great.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
That's what I thought.
yeah, just a little bit sore.
Yep.
A little bit sick. It's just kind of
Sussy.
like, yeah, it's like when you have like a little bit of like a fever you're running. Where like it's not gonna like take you out, but like you just know like I'm just gonna have to deal with this the rest of the day, huh?
Mm-hmm. You see Indigo a little pale.
Mm-hmm.
You all right
Yeah,
there.
that means he's scared. So
Yeah,
we know he won't fuck up.
Sure.
the fog is getting thicker as you guys can barely see in inches in front of you.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, Syrinx looks over like, do you need to?
I'll tough it out. I'll be fine. Like I said, not very good with magic things. This included.
He raises an eyebrow, but softens his grip just a little bit.
Thankfully, we don't have too far to walk, so you're alright with dealing with it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move quick.
Okay, when Plumeria and Pen turn around, Indigo will look at Syrinx and just point to his own chest where the mark is.
Oh, his eyes go a little wide, but then he just nods pretty quickly.
Indigo nods back and follows.
All right, you guys continue onwards a little bit. Indigo, you're holding Syrinx's hand as you do so.
Just fucking get kidnapped.
Yoink!
We turn around and Indigo's gone. Ah!
And as
We're
you turn
holding a
around,
fucking mannequin hand.
Syrinx, Indigo's gone.
No, wait, what? Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, as
What?
all of a sudden, you just feel like you're holding on to Indigo's hand, and then all of a sudden it just kind of, your hand just goes slack.
I
As
was
you're not
supposed
holding
to be
on to
preventing
anything
this.
anymore.
Where am I?
Oh no, Syrinx, he keeps his hand like in the shape that it was, but he holds out his other one and like waves frantically, and then walks up behind Pen and just like taps his shoulder because obviously that's not gonna make any sound. Hopefully,
could
no, just
stab.
get the group to stop.
All right. Yeah, you get the group to stop as Indigo appears to be gone, and as
I
you find Pen.
so you wouldn't kidnap him.
God damn it, why is it always me?
So
But
rude.
as Syrinx and Pen, as you two are kind of looking around for Plumeria, she's also gone.
No.
Oh no.
The blondes are missing.
Oh no, they wanted the blondes.
They wanted the
Kill
blondes.
all the blondes.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Pen, I'm assuming you're looking around like frantically for Plumeria at this point.
Yeah.
All right. You look around frantically for Plumeria, trying to go back to Syrinx to just like regroup afterwards as you like looking around. And as you try to go back to Syrinx, you turned around for, you swear, almost a second.
Fuck you.
Syrinx is also gone.
Oh my god, we're all lost.
What's happening
As all
right
of you
now?
guys are split up.
You fucker.
How dare you split up the party?
As-
Syrinx just lets out a fucking sigh.
Yeah. But you guys now are completely split up from each other.
Wait, is Penis Man with Pen or no?
Penis Man is with Pen.
Okay.
This man has his
I would
own
never.
challenge to complete.
This man has his
Oh,
own
friend
challenge. Let's start off with Indigo. Indigo, you're making your way down just through these woods a little bit. Making your way downtown. The fog is still just extremely thick around you. What do you do as you realize you are now alone?
Guys? He's just kind of confused on what the fuck just happened. But he'll keep his hand on his sword, just kind of ready. I guess, try and use basic survival tactics by looking for, like, yeah, he is.
Mom, pick me up, I'm scared.
Looking for, like, footprints or anything or broken tree branches or something that indicates, like, where we came from or where anybody left, you know?
Yeah, let's go with that. Go ahead and roll me survival.
Oh my fucking god.
With a 9. Okay. With a 9, you do actually see a set of footprints. As you begin to follow them, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
As you follow them, you get led around for what feels like a very good long time, and more time passes, and you could have sworn you've seen that tree before on the left hand side.
I'm going in a donut. Fuck.
About 3 times now. Do you say that out loud? The fucker.
Yeah, I said I'm going in a donut. Fuck.
Okay. As you say that, you hear a sickly sweet voice.
Oh, hell no.
Say, "Ooh, that sounds like a problem." As fluttering slowly into your sight line, you can see this tiny little creature.
I look the fuck down at my shoes. Hell no.
Yeah. Almost just like shaped like a doll.
I'm looking at my shoes. You said fluttering.
You
I saw
catch
some
the
fucking
flash, you
dust,
catch
and
that.
I'm like, nope.
You look at your shoes.
Yeah.
They quirk their head as they say, something down there, as they begin to try and fly into your sight.
I close my eyes. I sit the fuck down.
Create the wand, Dumbo.
What's wrong? You scared?
Don't do this to me, Shiva.
As you're just like, I'm assuming, just like sitting on the ground.
He just pulls his knees to his chest.
Yeah, you do so, and you can feel like as you close your eyes, you feel pressure on your knees as they clearly have just like seem to have landed on it.
Oh, I tense the fuck up. Oh.
Yeah, you tense the fuck up, but they just appear to be just sitting on your knee.
What do you want?
You pick me up, I'm scared.
They quirk ahead as they say, like, "Oh, so he does have a voice. May I have your name?"
He was about to say it, and then he remembered.
They look towards you very curiously.
My eyes aren't open. I don't see shit.
Oh no, your eyes aren't open. Okay.
I see fucking nothing. Actually, hold on. Indigo's stupid.
We gotta make sure. Jim, check your DMs.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to your whole bit.
Okay, I just didn't know if it like would ruin everything.
Mm-hmm. That's an 11.
Does she pressure the name?
Yeah, I think she kind of keeps poking. It's like, he had a voice at one point. Did he lose it?
What's your name?
My name is Pixies. Now, may I have yours?
Pixie Wick?
Shiva, I want you to know something really creepy. That was the name of my first D&D character.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
You got subconscious. I think you may have told me about that. I
Like
just kind
4
of
years
picked
ago.
I picked like some name, and I'm like, I don't remember. Wait, no, yeah, I think that was like an RP thing that we did. You named it that, right?
No, this was with my
Heroic.
dad and my brother, like when I was in
No,
7th
okay.
grade. That's freaky. Anyway,
You just picked a name. Sorry, that was the first one I
Oh,
could
did
think
you
of. It
read
might have been
my
in Spiderwick Chronicles. It might have been in Spiderwick Chronicles. I think that's where I got it from.
that's probably where I subconsciously
Yeah.
got it from too.
Mm-hmm.
Indigo.
Oh fuck.
Their smile. Oh, actually, you don't have your eyes open, right?
Nope. I don't see shit.
All right. Mm-hmm. They say, "Ooh, thank you. I think I'll keep that."
God.
No. I don't want you to keep that.
They did just sound like very confused as they say, "But I asked if I could have your name, and you gave it to me."
I'm confused.
As
What do you
you
mean?
realize you can't remember your
Uh.
name anymore, and well, you can't remember the name Indigo anymore. And as you just kind of like try to focus on it and your identity in general, you just kind of like feel it like slipping away from you just a little bit. As you remember Kikyo, but like for example, like what's starting to kind of like slip from you is like the reasons you became a samurai.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the pledges that you two have kind of like made to each other. If you focus on them, you're able to like hold on to them. But you know, with enough time, and I'm doing like this would be like over a great period of time, you might start losing those things and losing a little bit of that identity.
Oh shit. But do I remember the other one?
You do remember the other one.
Okay.
But I would argue that the name Indigo, that's the one that means more to you. That's the identity
Yes,
you
okay.
carved out for yourself.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would I because Indigo's gone, would I remember stuff from the other one?
You remember bits and pieces of it. It's still all just a little bit of like a
Fuzzy.
haze.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But
okay,
you
okay.
you do remember like some bits and pieces of it.
Got
Big
it.
sus.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They sit on your knees though, and they just kind of appear like very confused as they say, "Well, I mean, if you want it back, I suppose we could strike a bargain."
Yeah.
Indigo slowly opens his eyes.
Yeah, you see that a contrary to any sort of fearful appearance you were thinking of, they don't look extremely different from Plumeria.
Oh,
Yeah, they have like a little like antlers on their head, and these like bright little wings. The main difference you can tell is just like on their faces is just like this extremely mischievous grin. And as you're like very just like insightful, you can definitely tell it's a smile that it's not a smile of like hatred, but more of one of just malice.
got it. Okay.
Delicious.
What kind of bargain?
Well, you would have to give me something that is equal of value to your name.
I have nothing.
They quirk their head as they say, Are you sure?
Yes.
They shrug their shoulders, they say, then I suppose we won't be able to make any sort of bargain.
What do you think is worth that name?
They kind of like cock their head like back and forth a little bit. as they go with, well, there's, I'm gonna give you a few choices.
Okay.
One, you could give me, let's see.
God, he has a list.
You can give me an art object. If you can get me a piece of art that's beautiful and priceless, then I can give you back your name. If you even want, I can loan it back to you if the art object is good enough, if you know some sort of idea. 2, you need to play some kind of trick on one of your closest friends. You need to make them feel really, really, really bad.
Ooh.
And you can never tell them that you're doing this just to get your name back. You just have to do something really mean to them. 3, the third thing I could barter for is, how about this? A third thing I could barter for would be your loyalty. If I ask you to do some sort of favor for me, well, you have to do it. So those are the 3 options laid out. Is you can get some kind of priceless art object, or perhaps maybe somewhere later, maybe there might be some kind of art heist mini arc there.
What if
2,
I gave you a different name?
Ooh. They quirk their head as they say, do you like that name more? Because I think you like this name more, otherwise you would have given me the other one, right?
I'm not talking about the other one. I'm talking about a completely different name. A name I treasure.
They kind of poke their cheek for a second and they say, well, okay, I guess I could agree to taking that name.
Say on your word.
I will say, if it has to be someone important to you, and that means I will end up taking all of the memories that you've had of this person.
I'm aware.
All right. As long as it's someone dear to you, as they smile.
I'm scared. Mom, I'm scared. Pick me up.
Shit.
Okay, so you're agreeing to the terms of the contract then, for giving up effectively the memories of someone dear to you?
Can I ask something before I do this, so that way I'm not like
You can try.
fuck
Sure.
the game over or anything?
Okay.
If I gave them the name Natasha, I would forget everything that happened with Natasha, right?
Everything good and bad. I would say this. How guilty does Indigo feel about that? You know, like how much does he want things to change? Because I think it probably kind of depends on the idea of like how many good memories did you have with Natasha versus bad memories.
So, okay, that's why I wanted to say Natasha, because he had very high hopes for her. He wanted the best for her. Like,
I've got
she
it here.
was important to him. Like, in a very emotional standpoint, both good and bad, that she was important to him.
I've got it. Here's what I'll say. Yes,
Okay.
you can, but there will be a consequence.
Fuck, dude. Okay, what were my other choices again? That was my fucking ace in the
Steal
hole.
the art.
Yeah. An art
pledge
object.
loyalty. And what was the second one?
The second one was play a mean trick on one of your friends. You cannot tell them in any way, shape, or form that like you're doing this just so you can get your name back.
No, okay.
You have no close friends.
I have no friends.
And by the way, cough, cough. With the close friends, I probably mean like the party member. Or
I
CTO
know.
Yeah, okay.
What art piece are you particularly aiming for?
Well, I did hear that there was this really fancy looking art piece. It was in this like big building in the city of Illuna. And as the pixie goes on to describe this building, you recognize it as a famous museum right in the middle of where the Highborn live in Illuna.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Yikes!
Yikes.
Big yike.
But this is your chance if you wanted to do a sexy art heist arc.
So that, play a mean trick on my friends, or
Would.
owe them a favor.
What would
Owe them
Indigo do?
fealty, basically. Yeah, no, you'd have to do them like some kind of favor of like equal exchange sometime in the future. Yeah, this one's the most open-ended because
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
just gonna
scary
use it as
one.
like a.
High or low?
Let's go with
Hi.
low. I'm feeling
Oh.
low. Hi,
Art heist it is.
art heist.
Tell me what the name of the piece is.
It's
The Foxy Lady!
the Foxy Lady. Yeah, fuck it, it's the Foxy Lady. I was gonna say the Enchanted Lake, but Foxy Lady's infinitely funnier.
Transcended.
Yes, it's exactly
Juliet
that.
fan art framed in a museum.
Stupid. Yeah.
Just early 2000s deviant art.
Yeah.
As they say. Okay, so you do owe me that art piece then. We'll say that there's a time frame of, let's go with 1 month to get it back to
Oh
me.
god.
And if you don't get it back to me within that time, then, well, there's gonna be penalties.
Why would there be penalties? You have my name. That's the deal. If I don't get it back to you, you keep my name. There should be no penalties. This is equal exchange, is it not? This
I
is the
kind of
contract.
figured you would want to hold your name on as a loner, so to speak.
Yes. Otherwise, how am I supposed to get your art piece? Because you've stolen it. He's fucking mad.
Yeah, the first of all, the pixie rolls their eyes and says, "You gave it to me, but
You tricked me, he says through gritted teeth.
But I mean, you know, if you decided to really just decide to take your name and run and not do any sort of thing, then I mean, I guess you could do that, but the penalty would be there instead of me taking your name back."
What penalty are you talking about?
They smile as they say, "Well, if you just get the art piece, we don't really need to worry about that, do we?"
I will worry about it. Tell me what it is.
All right, let's go ahead and go with intimidation then to see if you
Please, I've been rolling like shit all day.
Hand it over. Hand over the 20.
Yikes. With a 9, they go on to say, "You know, I don't really like your tone of voice right now, and I really could just take this and leave. So, do you want my offer, or do you not? And this is your last chance to..."
Fine.
Alright, then. The contract is sealed
Wait.
Hmm?
This contract, question. Is it like one of those I have to sign?
Nope, it's a spoken word agreement, as you said, fine.
Damn.
Um,
Okay. I was gonna
yeah.
make it look cool, but never mind.
As yeah, you can see them kind of like twirl their finger around as this colorful just like energy begins to spin up in their hands, and as they just like fired at you, you flinch for a second, but it's just like it feels like bubbles on your skin. But as you look at yourself.
Oh shit.
let's go with
Sussy.
this. You get a minor fey appearance.
What?
As let me see what you get.
We rolling on
Point
that
to your
board.
ears.
Point to your ears.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll a d8.
Okay.
This is my table.
A 1.
A 1.
Some of these are kind of weird. I hope it's a weird
Actually,
one.
yeah, let's just go with this one because I don't want to chomp anyone else's flavor.
Okay.
Let's go with you. You now just smell like fresh brownies constantly.
The good kind of brownies or the special kind of brownies?
You smell like weed brownies, Indigo. Yes, you smell like weed brownies
No.
constantly.
You willed that into existence,
I
Izzy.
did. I did.
No, you smell like normal, just brownies. It's very pleasant. As the pixie smiles, they spin around and they fade out of existence. Oh man. As congratulations, you now have your name back. As you regain those memories, as you realize just how close that was to being extremely, extremely bad. But
I kind of wanted to know what would happen if I was stuck with the other name. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. No, actually, Mo, just to give you a choice, the one you rolled was you gain small insect-like wings. I didn't want to like steal Plumeria's flavor with that though, so we'll just keep the brownies smell.
The brownies one
Okay.
is funny and interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
All
I
right.
smell like baked goods. Anyway, I
Yes.
continue my search to fucking find somebody because I'm kind of fucked.
Yep. Let's continue on to the next person.
The
Let's
next
go with
victim?
Plumeria. Plumeria, you're leading the way.
Rip.
You turn around for a second, and fucking everyone is gone. As you sigh, you realize
She's
it's...
immediately irritated. Alright, you
Mhm.
dumb motherfucker, come out. I already know your shit.
I already know your shit.
Yeah. In a patch of like, I'm assuming you probably just know like in a patch of like flowers. One just kind of blooms as a small face pokes its head out and waves at you.
Haha, yes, hello. What the fuck do you want?
They fly over to you, and you can see that they, of course, like they look similar to you, but they have like moth-like antennae as well as moth-like wings. As they say, like ooh, like your wings are so pretty.
Thank you. What do you need?
They cock their head as they just kind of say, I'm just kind of hoping to talk a little bit. You seem interesting.
And you don't.
They frown at
Get
that.
fucked.
That's mean.
Jesus Christ.
I have things to do. Do you want to wrap this up or something?
I'm feeling like this is gonna end up with an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
Let's go with advantage because like you've been kind of just immediately ready to fucking press these.
Plumeria knows better than to fuck around with pixies, so that's
Mhm.
first roll and second roll.
24.
Alright.
24.
With a 24, they harumph, as they say. I'm gonna tell my older brother about you as they fly off, like almost in tears.
Right, I'll strangle him first.
Damn. Oh man.
Plumeria
Oh,
ain't playing.
She's dealt with a lot of pixies.
Yup. Fair enough.
That's so funny.
After
Mhm.
they're gone, she's just like, fuck, I should have made them tell me where the hell everyone else is.
Oh man, as your scene's nice and short and quick. We'll cut over to Penn. Yeah, you're alone with Penis Man. As you're looking around these woods, you can't even see Syrinx, who you sworn you could have saw a second ago. As you look around a little bit panicked.
Ah! Pen knows exactly what to do. He looks down, crouches, rolls up into a tiny dumb ball.
Oh my god,
And
the
starts
advice he was
rolling.
giving Indigo.
You start rolling.
You start rolling. Yeah, you don't cover a lot of ground in this new transformer-like form you've attained. As some time passes, you hear a small voice say, "What are you doing?"
Keeps rolling.
They continue to kind of fly after you a little bit as they say, "You're wrinkly."
Rude.
Ball sack.
You say ball sack?
Big giant ball sack. Leave me alone.
they giggle at that
I
as they
called
just
that
kind of
for a
start
fucking
clapping as they say,
intimidation.
"Ball sack, ball sack."
And he keeps rolling.
Oh man. You're funny, Mr. Ballsack.
Mr.
As they keep
Ballsack.
chasing after you a little bit more. Do you say
Can we
anything
please
else?
change his name to Mr. Ballsack in the thing?
That was one of his fucking code names on a mission way back when.
Oh my god.
I'ma do it. I'm add to the fun facts.
No, you can't. I fucking stole that before you could.
It's canon now. He keeps rolling.
You keep rolling.
Rolling, 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 rolling.
Yeah.
As the poet once said.
All right. They kind of harumph a little bit as they say, "Is Mr. Ballsack deaf?"
A little bit. I'm old and a ball sack. Those two things can't hear well.
I hope so.
they kind of look a little bit cross as they say, "Well, fine. You can see if I care, Mr. Ballsack, but go ahead and take this." As they spin around a little bit of magic, it hits you like bubbles against your skin as you feel not too much different as they fly off into the woods.
Sus.
I'm scared.
All right. Some more time passes. Go ahead and roll me a con save, DC 12.
Sus.
Save. Very sus.
Or are we rolling saves out here, oh Grand Poobah?
Nat
shit.
20. It's fine. You're good.
Literally, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, we'll leave that as a little hanging mystery then as we go on to the next person.
Thanks, I hate it.
Syrinx, you're alone as you let out a deep sigh. What do you do?
I sit down and I take out my tea set.
You do so. Yeah, after a little bit of time, you see the flittering of wings.
Yeah, I just kind of ignored it. He's lit a fire. You know those like camping kettles where it's like a tube with the fire and you just have the kettle on top of it.
Yeah.
I've made myself some tea. I've found a tree stump or a log fallen over. I'm just sipping some tea.
Okay, you do so. And they look at you as they say like wow, your hair, it's all white. Like a bunch of snow. Is it fluffy like snow too?
Syrinx just takes a sip of tea.
They started kind of like approaching your head a little bit.
He doesn't move.
Eventually they just start like they curiously just look to see like almost as if it's just a kid trying to like test his limits. They just reach out real quick and then suddenly just like grab like your hair and just kind of tousle it up a little bit. It doesn't like hurt or anything. It just tousled up.
He ignores that but then leans down to reach into his bag and takes out a thimble and pours a glass of tea and sets it down.
Okay. So the tea spills out of the thimble because it has like little holes.
No, they don't have holes.
No. Really?
No,
I thought
it's just divots like a golf ball.
Mm-hmm. The Fae looks at you curiously.
He's not looking at her.
As they don't go for the tea, but they appear wary of you, having knowing their traditions. They take a big like sniff of the tea though.
It's chamomile with a little bit of lemon.
Yeah,
honey.
let's go with high or
And
low
honey.
here.
For those sugar
Yeah, let's go with high or
Pixies.
low here to see how good your tea is.
Hi. Wait, can I not
Mhm.
roll performance to see how to make the tea good?
I suppose you can't. I'm gonna say you can't use your advantage thing on this
I
though, because I
won't.
feel like your advantage thing's for like live performances.
For
24. This is great smelling tea. As they take a big whiff of it, you can almost see like their mouth like watering a little bit.
sips his tea very, very loudly.
They look and just kind of casually mention, tea smells good. And they're kind of like looking away a little bit.
He pours himself another glass, but then, without turning to face the pixie at all, moves the thimble to like the closest part of the stump to them.
You do so. They give out a little bit of a grin as they say, "Oh, how kind of you. Such kindness. I mean, well, it can't go unchecked here, so how about I offer you this? Is there anything in particular you might want then?"
He doesn't even look at him.
Doesn't even look at it?
He
Okay.
just keeps sipping.
Let's see. They pull out a very like small flower out of their pack. You can see the flower is just like this burning red. That its petals just seem to be just like this extremely bright color. It's very lovely looking. As they offer it to you in exchange for the tea.
He just glances over at it, then he shakes his head.
All right. They leave the flower then on the stump as they take the thimble and start to sip at it.
Shakes his head no, by the way.
Oh, shakes his head no
Yeah.
for even taking the. Yeah, I think they'll still leave the flower there. But it's your choice if you want to choose to take it or not, I guess.
Okay. He doesn't.
All right.
He's just gonna sip his tea.
Okay. And the pixie sips their tea.
Oh, she does take it?
Yeah, she does take it, and she does. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for her to finish.
All right.
just-
Some time
Are
passes.
we
finish
just
the tea.
quiet? Is she not gonna pester me while she drinks?
I think yeah, but with the 24, I think she's just glugging down the tea. As she lets out a big sigh at the end.
Syrinx opens up his notebook all of a sudden as soon as she sets the thimble down.
Okay.
He starts writing, and then passes her a note.
All right. What's the note say?
It says, "I'm glad you appreciated my gift. I believe you owe me something in return."
Ooh.
they kind of like they look at the flower as they say, "Well, yes. I mean, a flower seemed very suited to you. I mean, he probably will keep you warm with all your snowy hair." As they kind of giggle at that.
He looks at it and just his eyebrows knit in just the most pitiful look. And he writes,
You want to roll Arcana or Nature to see?
yeah,
what's up with this?
I guess I'm curious enough to like look at it.
Yeah, just to
I'll-
see what
We'll
this
do
might do.
Arcana because it seemed.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the flower seems to have magical properties. So I'll give you that.
Definitely didn't look natural.
Mm-hmm.
What's my Arcana? Plus 10. Okay, let's go. Maybe this will be a good Arcana roll. Hey, finally.
28. Let's go. Okay, with a 28, as you kind of like look at the flower and like if your hands are like anywhere by it, you just kind of feel like there's a bit of a warm glow from it. You feel that effectively, if you wear the flower around your wrist, you could kind of squeeze the flower a little bit in order to emanate just this warm aura around you. And effectively, what it will do is after you use it for 24 hours, you will have resistance to cold damage. Or whoever decides to use it.
That's interesting.
But as soon as you use it, after those 24 hours, it just fades away.
Okay, well, Syrinx writes her another note, and it says,
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I didn't accept that gift.
They look towards you as with a little bit of a curious eyebrow raised as they say, okay then, so a different gift then?
He smiles and he says, if you're looking to repay me otherwise, I'm not going to ask for something difficult.
Are you gonna complete that thought?
No.
With what you're
He
gonna?
just sends that over because I'm playing with her at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She reads it over after a little bit and says, and what would that be?
I would like to find my 3 friends in this forest that you split us up from.
A quirk of a smile on her face as she takes the flower back, and says, I think for a lovely cup of tea such as that, I can probably find you one of your friends.
He narrows his eyes.
The pixie just gives a very nonchalant smile as they say, I mean, it was good and all, but I mean, the rest of your friends, you should be able to find yourselves then.
He picks up the kettle off of the fire, looks in it. He makes a show of just opening it, because it's still like half full of tea. He looks at it, and stands up and goes, and he walks over to a tree and starts to tilt it.
You're just pouring it right out?
like he's about to pour it out.
I feel like the 24 was strong. With a 25, I might have given you that they like might have gone for a second cup. But no, I think they remain pretty stoically faced as they just kind of like pat their stomach as if seemingly full. Yeah. So they are at least offering you though to get back to one of your friends. The rest you'll have to find on your own, and maybe some kind of mini game that I also have prepared.
He sighs. He says, "Show me to the blonde elf." Or he didn't say it, he writes it down.
They smile as they do so. Yeah, and so after some time passes, what is Indigo doing? Is he also just sitting down still, just waiting?
He is. I feel like he had been doing his circles again, and then realizing he got fucking nowhere. He's gonna sit next to a tree and just kind of lay there and think about what he's done.
God, yeah. As you're laying there, you see some footsteps in the distance as you tense up out of nervousness, but it is just Syrinx and a pixie. As the pixie smiles at Syrinx, I think they'd speak to you in Sylvan as they actually no, they probably wouldn't know anything about as they just kind of say like a good deed for a good deed. Thank you so much for that lovely cup of tea.
I immediately pull out my fucking sword as soon as I see that fucking pixie.
As the pixie flits out out of view.
I'm curious. They didn't say anything about the note passing. That's fine.
Yeah. That was just me forgetting. I think they were just too enamored by the tea and
That's
like
fair.
the novelty
Maybe there will
of
be
it that-
more.
Yeah.
Syrinx waves and kind of holds
Yeah.
up both hands.
Yeah. As you go
He
back closer to
squints.
Indigo, he smells
Wait.
a lot like brownies.
No, hold on. He's very fucking sus of everything now. Are
Okay.
you really Syrinx?
He frowns.
He squints. He's not putting away his sword.
Syrinx, looking a little bit uncomfortable, nods.
Tell me something only Syrinx would know.
He gesticulates to his face.
That doesn't convince me.
He takes out his fucking notebook and slowly, cautiously approaches Indigo.
He stays still.
And then he puts it down and he pokes Indigo in the left side of his chest.
He sets his sword down and hugs him.
After that heartwarming moment, Syrinx takes his notebook out again and writes, "You smell like brownies."
I did a bad thing.
Oh no.
I thought it wouldn't count. I was wrong.
He writes down, "What did you give them?"
My name.
He winces. Do you remember it?
Yes, I had to bargain for it back.
He waves his hand. Continue.
I have to steal some fancy artwork called the Foxy Lady in a museum in the middle of town in the rich people district.
That's the sound he makes. And then he writes down, "Well, that's not the worst thing you could have given."
She offered me different things too, and I wouldn't take them. I wasn't going to be mean to any of you.
Yeah, he nods, and I guess while he kind of waves Indigo to come forward so they can keep pacing around the woods looking for the other two, and he writes down.
Yeah, he grabs his swords and puts it back and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
guess
right.
he'll ask like what they were, and we know already.
Mm.
Great.
I
Okay.
just thought I could outsmart them, but I was wrong. I thought it was technicalities. I was wrong.
Mhm.
Syrinx writes down, "That's the thing with Pixies. It's not a game of smarts. They're actually very dumb."
I am too.
Pats Indigo on the shoulder.
I just want to leave.
Great.
She said I only had a month.
Oh god.
This is fine. All right, but
Want a little ham, you?
here's how this mini game is going to work.
I smash a pixie's face in.
You
Make
smash
her
Pixie.
take us back. We get it. That's it.
God. Now, so as you guys are trying to search around for the others, how this is going to be expressed is basically, I'm going to say, quote unquote, there's 6
Ow!
areas of the.
Oh,
I
Yuki
was
do a
trying
nom?
to give Yuki ham, and I moved it to my palm because she was having trouble getting out of my hand.
She just bite
She
your hand.
nibbled my fingy.
No, Yuki. Oh, she's very stupid. But effectively, you guys are going to roll a d6. Syrinx and Indigo, you guys are have found each other in the thick fog. So you guys are just going to be together. You still roll individually as a cost of just being able to search around multiple places.
okay. Question. I have an explorer's pack, and there is rope in said explorer's pack. I'm tying our fucking waists together
There we
like
go.
Mhm.
like a child leash.
Yeah, you do that. But yeah, so effectively, all of you guys roll me a d6. If you roll the same number, then you guys have found each other. I am also going to roll 2d6.
Oh, no.
If you roll the same number as I do, then we're going to go to the fun table to see
No
what you guys
fun
run
table.
You
into.
don't like the
Oh,
fun
boy.
table.
I don't like the fun table.
We'll
So,
deal with the fun
You
table.
four go ahead and roll me some d6s to see who
Let's
runs into each
go.
other.
Oh
All
god.
right.
All different numbers.
Pen?
Nemo.
Nemo.
50-50 shot, Pen runs into one of you.
Oh my
Nope.
god.
Wow.
None of us.
I sure hope she even rolled a 4 and a 6. Ah!
A 4 and a 2. So it's just Plumeria who gets this special encounter. Plumeria,
What?
roll me a d20. There's good things and bad things on this table.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
We're all going to
Very
die.
cash money.
My
A
Nine.
9. Okay, as you're just kind of like looking around, you can see there's a thing of like laundry being like kind of held up. And there's just a bunch of like clothing items that don't really catch your eye, but there is one that does. It's this pair of leather pants, and you're almost certain it does have magical properties.
Tight leather pants magic.
I think Plumeria, albeit not being the brightest, she knows better than to touch anything out here.
That's fair.
She's just gonna take like the long way around, almost as if you're trying to avoid someone trying to get signatures on the street.
Yeah, great. Okay, so you completely ignore that
Free
item.
artifact, though, Kate.
And no one will find out what it does.
No, Plumeria, fall for it. Plumeria wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Nemo, what the fuck is that?
Alright.
The Foxy Lady.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Can we post that up on stream? I love
it is.
that. This is perfect.
It's the Foxy Lady.
The Foxy Lady.
That's her.
Nemo, please post that in our other server too. Please post that in Phoenix art as your fan art of Juliet.
This is
Oh
the
my God,
rare and
that's so
mysterious
good.
art piece.
That's so good.
It's
I
worth
love
a
that.
bajillion dollars.
Wonderful.
A whole
Oh my
bajillion.
God.
My NFT. You can't
No.
look at it.
Yes.
No, Nemo,
Right
we draw.
click save.
We draw
Um,
a line in the sand.
All right, new round. Let's go ahead and roll those
Let's go.
d6s.
I got the 6 this time.
I got a 1 again.
Why?
No one
God,
turned into
we're
each
so
other.
bad at this.
No.
1 and a 5. So Indigo and Pen. Indigo,
Oh,
you and
no.
Sirix both run into this. So let's go ahead with you first. Go ahead and roll me that d20. Reroll 9s.
Ooh.
A nat
Oh.
20.
It's gotta
The
be
only
good.
fucking nat 20 ever in this
Oh my
game.
god.
We're gonna
What
get
do
the
I
extra
get?
Good for
special
you.
thing.
Go ahead and roll me a d100. 41. Okay. Ellie, you can help me out with this. So Izzy, go ahead and roll. Actually, no. Just go ahead and roll me 2d4. Yeah, Izzy, roll me 2d4. Three. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you guys run into what appears to be a treasure hoard.
Oh, shit.
Elliot, go ahead and roll me a d6.
What?
God damn.
1. Okay, go ahead and roll me 1 d100.
Oh. 70.
No, it's just 7.
7.
No, that's a 7. Okay. You guys spot what appears to be like these fancy gemstones in like a tree stump. You can definitely tell it's maybe one of the Pixies hoards, and you feel like you might just be able to just fucking steal it. So there are 3 just like gems inside of it, as well as a potion of healing.
Sirius
Right.
walks up and looks around. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait. I wanted
There's
to make
no
a...
like, yeah. With that nat 20 rule, I'm gonna give you like, there's no Pixies around. You're feeling like you could reasonably just
Is
fucking
it
take it.
abandoned?
It is. Yeah, it seems to. Yeah, let's go with it's abandoned.
Yeah, I
like
feel
you,
bad
you
stealing
reasonably
from
feel
them.
like you could just take it with no consequences.
Indigo.
Okay. I'm still very sus after the shit that went down, but okay.
Yeah.
Can I sniff
I
it
guess
and
Syrinx
tell
would
that
feel.
it's abandoned?
Yeah, you can sniff it. It doesn't smell like brownies or anything like that. It's almost definitely abandoned.
Syrinx writes down, I believe this is abandoned. We can just,
Good, fuck them pixies. Let's take
reallocate it. He
Fuck
links
them
us and
pixies.
picks it up.
Oh my god.
How much gold we got?
Yeah, so you find 3 250 GP gemstones for a total of 750 gold,
Divided
as
by
well
2.
as 1 normal potion of healing.
Can I take one of the gemstones?
So we each get 375?
Is that 750 divided by 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just
No.
splitting it between Syrinx and I.
Oh, if it's just you two,
Maybe
then
320.
yes.
350. No, wait, no, that's not how that works.
375.
Yeah, 350.
375 if you're just splitting it between you two.
Yeah,
As
I
you
guess so.
crack a gemstone in half. No, you can just liquidate it to gold pretty easily.
Use liquidate.
Mm,
The spell.
yeah. The spell. You use the spell ATM.
Cool. And Indigo, do you want the health potion?
I think you should take it because you're lower than me.
Okay, what's the numbers on that?
44 plus 4?
It's the lowest type. I think it's
2d4 plus
1d4
2?
plus. Yeah, I think it's 1d4 plus 2 is
Yeah.
the lowest kind. And let's go over to Pen. You also got a encounter. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh boy.
Roll a natty 20.
You can't. You reroll
Yeah.
nat 20s and you can't
Damn.
reroll anything the same.
Let's roll 1.
Rude.
That's
Reroll that 9.
I reroll 9.
But
Oh,
Plumeria didn't take the
okay,
tight
well,
pants.
that's-
9 twice in a row. Fuck it. You get the same encounter
It's
that
the pants,
Plumeria
the
just
pants.
did. You see a pair of pants that are like leather pants, and you feel like they're magical. Clearly, this is fate. If you got the 1 in 400.
Those look like good pants. Do they look like they could fit me?
They would be extremely tight on you because they're probably more suited to a fae. But you feel like you could possibly sneak into it. It's a little stretchy.
A little risque.
Feeling fit today. I'll go put on the pants.
Are you gonna put on the pants? It's gonna take you a long time to put on the pants. As in 1 hour straight up and down.
Yeah, they're so tight that pen is
They're
just.
extremely tight.
Pen is just shaking vigorously for an hour uninterrupted.
Great.
Jesus.
All right, you do so. We'll say that you skip your next turn for rolling something, but we'll say you're just in the exact same spot though. So if someone rolls, what did you roll last time? A 5? Yeah. So if someone rolls a 5, it'll just find you fucking pants half down.
Oh no.
Do we really want to roll a 5?
No.
All right, so
Yeah.
you don't get any encounters, any possibility of encounters this round, Pen, but everyone else go and roll me a d6.
A 1.
All
right.
Let's go.
2.
6.
Wow, we're so
We
good
don't
at this
see
game.
Oh man.
They
3 and
find
3,
each
so
other
no one gets any encounters.
again. Is
Rollies.
Pen free now?
Pen is now free as you have the pants on.
Do you have to waddle with your knees straight?
Yeah, Pen, your speed is now halved.
Hey,
As
we
they are
found
so
each other.
fucking tight. However, these pants make you look fucking great.
Oh man.
With that, you get a +2 to all of your charisma ability checks.
Ooh.
How?
Hello.
That's a tree.
All right, no one's found
Syrinx and
each other
Indigo are
yet.
walking around to different sides of a tree to find people, and they just run
Yeah.
directly into each other.
3 and a 5.
Oh.
That's
No
just
one.
Pen.
Oh, it's Pen. Sorry.
All right, Pen, go ahead and roll me that d20 again.
Let's go and reroll.
Yeah, we roll 9s and 20s.
11.
11.
On 11. Yes, yes. I'm so glad you found this item.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
No.
As you look around, just like on a tree stump, almost just like as if it's like holding watch over like this area. You can see a very familiar looking sight as you see a little garden gnome with little beard and the red hat and everything.
Oh my.
and just waddles towards the garden gnome, feeling the kingship between them. Gonna
Mhm. You feel
Hey,
the gnome
buddy.
do the same thing back to you. As you say the word buddy, you say, "Hey, Charles." You could have sworn you said buddy, but out of your mouth, you call the gnome Charles.
what the fuck was that? Charles? Charles. I'm trying to say Charles, but I'm saying Charles, dude. Why are you separating? Charles.
The gnome stares stoically at you, its painted on eyes, gazing into your soul.
I'm gonna pick him up.
You're gonna pick
Okay,
Charles up?
come with me, Charles. This time I tried to say Charles. I tried to say Charles, but I said Charles again.
Great.
Get along just well, Charles.
Alright, you now have Charles. Go ahead and everyone roll me some d6s again.
Oh, God.
Maybe this time.
Please.
Jesus. Nope.
What the fuck?
How the fuck?
3 and a
Yes.
5. That's Pen again and Syrinx?
Syrinx.
Serious? Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Syrinx and Indigo first. Go ahead and roll me that
Got you.
d20 as I mark off.
Well.
A 12. You see, like, on a tree branch, there appears to be a pair of goggles. You guys are gonna find every fucking weird item in this fucking table.
Can I
No
spend
kidding.
10 minutes while we're walking casting Detect Magic?
Yeah, you do so. It's
Okay.
magic.
Is it like the kind of. Is it like explosive magic or is it like enchantment?
That'd be funny as fuck. You put the goggles on, they explode.
Yeah, is it enchantment or is it something else?
Let's go. Yeah, no, it's let's go with illusion magic. It's illusion magic.
Illusion.
It's one of those things where if you put it on your face and you take them off, there's like a dark circles around your eyes.
Yeah, it's like ink on them.
Syrinx carefully walks over, dragging Indigo with. And he doesn't put them on, but he like holds them up to his face so I can see through them.
Okay. Yeah, are you just kind of looking around like through like the goggles like lenses?
Yeah.
Okay. As you look around at the goggles lenses, most of the tree chops or anything like that, they don't really appear anything interesting.
I
As you look at Indigo
Yeah.
through the goggles, as you look at Indigo, he's now wearing full clown garb.
Syrinx throws the goggles.
Like
He like jumps and just chucks them.
yeah, no, like a rainbow afro, big red nose, like he wearing like the fucking like the fucking jump.
Here's
It
my
looks like those are the
strength
goddamn
check.
clown.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
I throw them into the bushes.
Hee hee.
And he just writes
What
down,
was it?
"You were hideous."
Okay.
He kind of gives the bushes a dirty look.
He subconsciously tries to fix his hair.
No, he seeing you do that, he writes down, no, not anymore.
Okay.
All right, you guys just leave the goggles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got an 18 to
Alright.
throw them.
They're
Yeah.
gone.
They're gone. Fucking Pen gets another goddamn encounter because of course he does. Roll me another d20.
Christ.
Oh my god.
That's a 10.
A 10. Okay, as you're going around this forest,
With
you can
Charles.
with Charles.
Dude,
your
your
new best
icon's
friend.
just manifested itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see that there's like a small like cave to the side, and you're fairly like close to the cave. As you can see that there is a sleeping dragon inside of this.
Oh
cave.
Christ.
my god.
They're real.
It appears It
They're
appears
common,
to
what are
be
you
like
talking
a
about?
golden color, and it's just this huge, fearsome-looking dragon.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Oh my god.
All right, you do so.
I'm gonna waddle away with my leather pants.
You waddle towards him with your leather pants and your half speed in case you need to run away. Does Pen know anything about dragons whatsoever? Actually, by the way, okay, so sorry, it's not golden. Let's go with it's a blue color. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a blue.
I'm less scared now.
Oh.
No, you should be more scared. It's blue.
Ah,
Yeah, no, I'm very more scared now. Golden color is good.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me if you want to roll nature at all, or you could not. You could just walk right up to him if you really want to.
I imagine as Pen's walking, it's like the rubber boots sound from SpongeBob.
Yes, exactly that. Do you want to investigate it all, or are you just fucking walking up?
Yeah, I'm just walking up.
All right. You walk up. You're just gonna try and wake up the dragon.
If he's chilling, and go look behind him if there's anything.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
Ah, that's at least a -1.
Yeah. At least a -1. God, I should hope so. Ooh, ooh,
0.
with a 0. Yes.
What do I perceive, dear
This is a
DM?
dragon.
Very
This
good.
might be a dragon.
might be.
yeah. The dragon slowly starts
Pretty
to
sure it's a
wake up
tiger.
as it begins to bare its fangs at you, as it just slowly starting to just like have these fearsome eyes that looks like, who dares disturb my slumber?
And that's how Pen died.
Yeah. My name is Spanish. This here is Charles, and I hold the guardian gnome.
The dragon just kind of squints at you as you say, like, why do you call Charles Charles? Charles. Why did I call it Charles?
I don't know.
What the
It's
fuck?
a little bit weird.
It is kind of weird.
Every time we try to call him Charles, we call him Charles, so I don't understand.
That's pretty
There's-
weird. Anyways, who dares? And why?
Penn and Charles, and I don't know, just you're not a pixie, so I just wanted to talk to someone that's not a pixie. They're a bit annoying. Do you agree with that?
They look down towards you as they just say, you do realize I could tear you apart with a single swipe of my claws.
Yeah, I do know that. But I'm talking about pixies right now. You're
What the
changing
pixies
the
are
topic.
to you, what the pixies are to you, you are to me.
Ouch.
Being cordial, I didn't throw magic at you or anything. One of them called me a ball sack.
That's pretty fucked up. What do you want me to do about it?
Can you do anything if you find her? I mean, you can just kill her. I'm old enough, but that no need to be mean to me. I'm a little bit wrinkly, but that hurts my feelings. I still have them.
He begins to turn around and just says, leave me to my slumber then, and leave this place.
Alrighty. What's her name anyway?
Bartholomew.
D&D dragon names.
Oh my god.
You have the ready, dude.
Name's
Yeah,
Blue.
come on. Blue. Azul.
It is
Azul.
Talrot.
Owl
Oh man.
Rot?
Talrot.
Talrot.
Yes.
God.
That's a pretty good name right there. Pretty imposing and stuff. So
I'm
what
giving
do
you
do
5
here?
seconds to leave me.
Yeah, fine. See you later, Tarot. Have fun.
The dragon returns to its slumber.
Jesus.
Oh,
Holy
man.
fucking shit, Pen. Oy.
Pen really out here
I was
playing with
ready
fire.
for you to fuck around and find out some more. Damn shame, damn shame.
Rollies.
Oh
Rollies.
fuck, it's time for that.
Come on!
Nope. Maybe. Oh,
Oh, we found him!
you hear a squeaking in the distance as you see Pen walking towards you with unreasonably tight pants. As this is an image you really don't want to look at right
the
now.
muffin top that's going on right now.
it's
It's not. It's just like all of his organs.
Yeah, I'm sure. Who was the guy from Crit Roll with like the fucking like he came out in like the fucking like the
Sam?
electric like
Dan.
yeah
It's
Sam.
Sam.
It's that. It's exactly that right now.
Hold on, let me see if I can find that outfit for a better mental
Mhm.
image. But
A
let's
better
let
mental
continue on as I
image?
do so.
Yes.
I don't want a better mental image.
Mm-hmm. As
Pen? What are you wearing?
oh yeah. Also at his side, I'm assuming is a garden gnome.
And what is that?
Blinks.
That is Charles.
Where did you get
It's
those
my-
pants?
I found them. They fit me pretty well. Ben is
Syrinx
turning
blinks.
blue as you say that.
Do you need help?
Like his legs are shaking. He's like
A little bit.
flip-flop.
I'm pretty good. Why do you ask?
You're a different color than you were when I last saw you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tan now. I
Syrinx blinks.
found a pixie tanning bed. That was what happened.
Fucking
that because of
insight
the pet?
check. Piece of shit.
Go for it.
Oh god. Plus.
Can I walk over and extend the rope loop to Pen?
You may. 23. You know what? You're not actually certain what a tanning bed is.
Yeah, Pen. I think that's cutting off your circulation.
Nah, it's so good.
Oh
I'm
my
fine.
god.
Does he pass out?
Not yet.
Sus.
Oh yeah, roll me another con save.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
forgot
came
to
back
make you
haunt
do this
me.
every so often, yeah.
Oh boy.
It didn't go away.
It's not very high. DC 12.
Is he gonna puke some more cheese?
That's a
Oof.
10.
With the 10? You
Yeah.
toot. You do a little fart.
That's just normal.
It's normal, yeah.
Yeah,
that
that is
just
completely
depends.
normal. But the pixie has cursed you that every hour on the hour, you now need to make a DC 12 con save. Oh, you do a little fart.
Oh, that's that's normal.
That's just normal.
That is absolutely normal.
Just
So none of you,
does
but the pixie doesn't know that.
Okay. I don't think anything's wrong.
Yeah, I suspect
Mm.
nothing.
Yep. I don't think Pen you even do.
No, I was gonna. None of us do.
Everything is normal to him.
Yeah, we
Great.
Kong a Pen in, and I guess we're looking for Plumeria now.
Yeah, more rollies.
Oh, if we find someone, are you not rolling?
Oh yeah, the penalty, the d20. No wait, you roll the 2d6s to see what fun we get, right? Now, Shiva.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
wait,
forgot
wait,
to
hold
do
on.
that.
Oh, did I forget to?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
because you guys
haven't.
found
Yeah.
each other. Oopsies.
Yeah.
Well, let's see which one of you, if you two schmucks.
None of them.
Nope, neither of you get that.
Okay.
All right, so yeah,
Well, I got
rollies
a
again.
6
So you got a
again, so-
6.
All right.
Please.
Damn it!
My.
Oh boy.
It's like clipping into
Oh,
each other. Did you
fuck
see that
me.
shit?
No, they just.
Hold on.
Oh, we all
okay.
find that one.
I guess it's 2 and 2. So it's
It's-
Indigo. Go ahead and roll me. That is D100.
Oh, D100.
Sorry, D20.
7.
7. A 7. With a 7, you can see out in the distance there appears to be what you can tell to be a wand. It's just kind of like laying out on the path inconspicuously.
I kick it. Nope. I'm kicking it to the side. Nope.
Syrinx
Not
zooms
trying
in
to
and
grasp
Okay, wait.
it.
You just kick it.
I'm not like not like a soccer kick, just like a little
Oh,
Scooting it
just gotten,
to the
okay.
side.
Is it magic?
It does appear to be a wand. You're almost certain it's a magic wand,
Pick it up.
as wands tend to be. You pick it up?
Why?
Yeah, you definitely feel there's an easy way to activate it.
I pointed at a tree.
Okay, you point in the tree. Steerings are and all three of you are definitely have to be very close to each other right now because you're all tied together by the rope.
I'm scared.
Yes.
And as that happens, all three of you black out for
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
12 seconds.
Never forgive you.
you.
We never not.
12 seconds pass as all of you guys realize you're now face down on the ground that you just passed out.
I
The air
yoinked
now
that
smells like
fucking-
chamomile tea.
I yoink that fucking wand away from him and I glare at him hard.
Syrinx just looks away.
I throw it as hard as I can.
What did you say
Great.
was the secondary effect there?
It smells like chamomile tea.
I don't give a fuck what it smells like.
Nice.
I'm smelling like brownies.
Syrinx's tummy does a rumbly. It smells like
Oh,
food.
man.
I
Yes.
chuck the fucking wand. It's gone
It's
now.
gone.
It's gone. Alright, roll these again. See if you can finally find Plumeria.
Please.
Oh,
Just out in the middle of the fucking
we're
woods.
rolling awful.
Come on.
Hold up,
Maybe.
look at the tail.
Oh my. Holy shit.
Pen, please.
God.
Oh, I rolled the same as I did.
God
So when
damn it.
Indigo finds another thing, oh my god.
Why me?
Okay. Because it's been Indigo's, I think Plumeria has only gotten one. I'm going to say if you want to pass this off to Kate, just because I don't think she's had literally
No,
one.
I'm stuck with this. I'm rolling
No,
this
okay.
shit.
18.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh boy.
Can we just find the dragon again?
You find the fucking dragon again, just fucking piss him off a little bit. Yeah, see,
It's
as
a
you're just
tiger.
like you're walking forward, you're leading the way, Indigo.
Why
you-
am I leading? You know what? Never
Syrinx is
mind.
Because
doing
you're
the
the one who
conga
rolled that
dance.
one. As you head forward, no one else managed to notice this, but Indigo suddenly like underneath you is just like this flash of light as you're enveloped in this burst of magic, and
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
your appearance has changed, Indigo.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Again.
Again.
Oh my god.
What do I look like now?
Let's see. Go ahead and roll me.
I'm just gender bent.
Yeah. So first of all, go ahead and roll me a d2 to see if we'll go with one is male, two is biologically female.
I'll just fucking flip a coin. I don't have a fucking. Hold on.
You can roll a D2.
You can also
You
roll
can
a
just
d3
roll a
if you want to
D whatever
include
on
non-binary
roll
in
twenty.
there.
Okay,
Up to your
heads or
choice.
tails for male or female?
Heads
Tails
male, tails
female.
female. It's female.
Female.
Okay, you are a female. Random. All right, and then we have random character generator.
Oh my god.
As you are now a female half orc.
Oh my god.
What a drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
Are you wearing the same
Uh,
outfit?
I feel like your appearance would change if it would just cause you to like, yeah, let's go with your appearance changes too, but it can be whatever appearance you so desire. So what does your clothing now look like? As I'm also gonna say, like, you're just this big, beefy half-orc woman, with, I am going to also say an 8-pack.
Honestly, probably just the same thing, just easier titty holster, I guess.
God. Yeah, so Indigo now changes into that. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh boy.
A lot
Please let us
happening
find
here.
each other.
Wait, no, hold on. The first d6 was for how long this lasts, as
Oh,
it's going to last for the next 4 days.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Or
Syrinx
until you
jumps.
decide to use some sort of effect to try to remove the appearance. In terms of your game stats or anything like that, nothing changes because I don't want you to
Okay.
have to rewrite your sheet or anything like that. But appearance-wise, you now look like a female half-orc.
Syrinx jumps, and you see him, like, pull out the bow to his violin. But seeing that I have, detect magic up, it's probably, like, what, an enchantment?
It is an
Question.
enchantment, yeah.
How badly am I hurting from this?
Ooh, yeah, that's actually, the sickness just, because you didn't, do anything with it, it was cast, on you.
But still, it's
a numb
magic.
pain. It's a numb pain, but, it's just a little bit sharper than, you've been feeling just being in this forest. I don't know, I guess it feels like you have heartburn almost, something like that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Got
gross
it.
feeling,
That-
but you're up, you're fine. It doesn't do anything
Okay.
horribly.
Syrinx
Do I
is-
notice I am different, or
Yeah,
am I
as you look
oblivious
down
to
at
it?
your hands, your hands are now green. As you do also have an 8-pack.
Wha-
You.
What's happening?
Oh yes, you also do feel tusks in your mouth.
What's happening? He can't talk right.
Yeah, good fucking luck, dude, trying to talk in a British accent with tusks.
What's wrong?
Syrinx's eyes go,
What?
super fucking wide.
Mhm.
Oh, he would be female talk. Oh shit.
Quick, modify
What?
your accent.
Ah. This is hard. What happened?
Let's go. You don't have to do the tusk thing.
Okay, I'm not doing the tusk thing. I can't. What?
Syrinx? Oh, go ahead, Nemo.
No, I can't understand nothing. What the fuck's happening right now?
I don't know.
Who the fuck are you?
It's me.
Me
My.
too. I never seen you in my whole life.
It's Indigo. Some magic did this to me.
Syrinx writes furiously and shows it to both of them and says, I think this is some sort of enchantment magic.
How do we get it to stop?
Well, I don't have dispel magic. So,
So I guess you're just gonna have to wait it out. Oh my god.
he writes down, I might be able to dispel it if I do a little bit more studying, but I'm not sure.
Oh Christ, this is a nightmare. All right, rollies.
Just
I already did my rolls.
cry.
Let's see if someone else can get a 5.
5.
Yeah, let's see if someone else gets that 5. Nope, not Indigo. Nope.
Nope.
Oh god.
Plumeria
Oh,
is just
God.
lost.
In the sauce.
God.
Oh
I think
my
we're the
God.
ones who's lost, actually. Plumeria's just out here trying to figure out
Plumeria
what
gets
we
one.
are.
Oh boy.
Plumeria's
Hey,
trying to
Go
track
ahead and
us
roll me
down.
that d20.
She's
Oh
forever,
boy, oh boy.
40 feet behind us.
An 8. Yeah. With an 8, you can see that on a tiny little stump, there appears to be this tiny thing of incense. Yeah.
Does it smell good?
It is unlit currently.
Smells
You could
like-
reasonably just pocket it if you wanted to, or just not fuck around and find out. But then you'll never find out what this does. Again, some things are good, some things are bad in this table.
I mean, at this point, how long have we been wandering?
I feel okay. So I was going to say that each of these rolls is an hour. So I think it might be
It's what,
I think it's
midday now?
almost 7 hours at this point.
Yeah,
Plumer's
it's like dinner time.
Yeah.
God, I'd say Plumeria's just tired. She doesn't give a fuck. This is just her dealing with it, so she'll pocket the incense.
Great. You pocket some incense.
Sus
All right.
nonsense.
More rollies.
I want
Yeah,
you
let's just have
guys to
Kate
know
roll
that
first,
each
and
round
then-
there is a 50% chance of us rolling the same number as Plumeria.
1. Fuck.
All right.
We have the worst fun.
Jesus Christ!
I thought like because I was a little bit scared because I thought like when you guys get to 3 people, like the
There's a
game's pretty much over at
50%
that
chance
point.
of us rolling Plumeria's number each
Like I thought like the odds just have
God.
to be in your favor.
They
So I
are.
thought I just rolled 2d6 for my thing because I'm like, oh, I want the encounters to be like often near the beginning because we're probably not gonna do a ton of rounds of this. Plumeria again,
Oh,
just
Plumeria.
Plumeria. Go ahead and roll
boy.
me another d20.
Alright.
Ooh,
7.
it lingered on that
7
one
is
for a
already been
second
rolled.
there.
Go ahead and re-roll it.
It did.
Alright. And before I roll something else that's already been rolled, a 5. I don't think we've rolled that at least.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm scared.
Fuck. So yeah. You see that another pixie goes out of the woods, and they look at you, and they just kind of look really, really nervous. And what do you do as you see them, as they're kind of like freezing up? I think it's the same pixie you intimidated. They're just freezing up, kind of looking at you.
Plumeria's been here a while, so she's definitely very tired. She's just gonna be rubbing her temples and just say, for fuck's sake, please point me out of here. I will pay you 100 gold.
Well, they first offer very cautiously, well, I can lead you back to your friends if you help me figure out what a magic item does.
She sighs. Fine. What do you have?
The pixie pulls out a large set of cards, and they say,
Oh
I don't
no.
really
Oh,
know what
no.
these do.
No.
Oh no!
Oh,
Wanna
no.
try?
No.
Mhm.
I have
Do
my
it.
deck too.
Do it. Do
Try
it. Do
You
it.
have to.
Plumeria's pulling a card. A single card.
As you pull a card from the deck of many things.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Let me pull out my actual physical deck. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
God, this could end the whole campaign right here, right now.
It's about to
Yeah.
happen.
I really hope it just murks this fucking pixie.
It might murk the fucking pixie. It could easily. This is the one I was the most scared of. Like, I shouldn't put this on here, but also I need to fuck around and find out. I am shuffling up the deck. How many
Oh, boy.
how many cards do you want from the top? Which card from the top?
I am pulling one card. I am pulling it fourth from the top.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that is scary.
4.
Sound.
Oh.
I hate this.
Oh, whoopsies! Fucking unplugged
My
my
anxiety.
headphones real quick. Sorry, got too excited.
Oh.
As you pull the card and slowly bring it up to you, the card you pulled is the Knight.
Oh.
It's a good card.
Ah, it's a good one.
It's a good card.
As you see, from the magic of the card in front of you, a bunch of just like it just begins to swirl outwards as it slowly forms a very tiny looking person.
Little dude.
As you can see that there is a fairy in a suit of armor standing before you, as they say, eager to serve, as you now gain the service of a 4th level fighter. The fighter's of the same race of you and serves you loyally until death. As the fairy looks at you and says, It is my grand calling to serve one as noble as yourself.
Oh my god.
As they kneel in deference to you.
Mirrors is exceedingly fucking confused that a living being just morphed out of nowhere.
What's their name?
Charles. It all ties together. You have to solve my energy. No.
Oh god.
Make it to Maria.
Nope.
Maria?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Mirrors gonna ask for their actual.
In honor of my undying loyalty and service to you, I humbly ask that you name me.
Orange juice.
As
Something stupid.
What does the fairy look like?
He looks like just like a very just like young looking man. He's got just like curly hair. He doesn't look like he's seen too much battle. He definitely looks like the epitome of the trope of like, you know, like a hardworking like a farm boy who's been called up into military service. Let's see, they have like curly hair. Let's go with
Blue.
Yeah, blue hair. Oh man,
He's a protagonist.
Yeah. It's ninja. No, stupid.
No.
Oh no.
God.
Yeah, just like curly, like a mop of curly blue hair, freckles.
The freckles
they
are
clearly
stars.
haven't like outgrown like the baby fat in their like cheeks and stuff like that. As they just like they look at you and like they're bowing down towards you with like stars in their eyes.
Do they got them star freckles?
Yeah, they do.
I'm just gonna think for a moment. Scylla.
Scylla? Okay. Blue Maria! Oh, shit!
Blue Maria!
Oh my god.
Yeah. Go.
Oh boy.
Then I, Scylla, do hereby humbly swear my undying allegiance towards you.
Mary is just thinking, I'm dropping this poor child off at Forks so he doesn't get fucking murdered.
An errand boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wherever you shall
Right.
go, I shall be there, taking any hit in your stead. As they definitely look like less hardy than you do. Like they look like a stiff breeze could knock them over.
Oh,
God. Noted. Let's keep looking.
As the pixie says, "Wow, that was fucking awesome. All right, fair enough. I guess I'll lead you to your friends then." As they lead you over. As
Finally,
I'm gonna roll a
the
fucking
DM has
wisdom
mercy
save
on
for this.
us.
For this pick. No, that was literally just in my notes. Like, you draw from the deck and they'll lead you back to your friends.
Oh.
nice.
As I'm gonna roll a wisdom save for this fucking pixie to see if they're about to do something stupid. Okay, they lead you back towards the group. They look at the fucking cards. Well, first of all, I guess like you guys see Plumeria in the distance in tow with a pixie that has a bunch of like cards in their hands.
Syrinx waves uncertainly.
Yeah. They lead you over and say, "All right, here's the rest of your friends then." As they look at this deck of cards in their hands, they say, "Maybe I should draw from the deck."
Oh no.
As I think they're gonna draw a card.
Oh no.
Shuffle this actually.
For themselves or for us?
For
They're
themselves.
gonna draw it for themselves. They can't draw it for you. That'd be hilarious, but fuck, how did I manage to? Okay.
I want to draw too.
No.
No!
No. Bad.
You had your wings. Let me draw a card.
You gotta meet a
As-
dragon. Shush.
Nah,
Nothing
dragon
happens
is
to them as they just kind of squint as they say, "Huh, weird. Is it defective?" They drew the card, and you can see that there's a picture of like a tower decaying on them with the word ruin.
Oh.
But You don't see any sort of like actual effect happen to them as they say,
Oh my god.
weird.
Can I draw one of those
Searing
cards? Like
slaps
card?
Pen's hand.
They
Stop
offer one
flapping
towards
me,
you.
boy. I'm gonna pull one.
You're gonna
God
pull
damn
one
it.
card.
Yeah.
The cards you draw is Throne.
Oh,
I think that's a good one.
it sounds good.
Do you have proficiency in the persuasion skill? Bless you.
Nope.
I
I
muted
don't let
myself
you.
on stream, don't
You
worry.
now gain proficiency in the persuasion skill.
Hell yeah.
In
Oh.
addition, double your proficiency bonus on any checks made with that skill.
Oh.
Damn.
As you guys can like look at Penn as like an energy just like washes over him as you think like, I'd listen to that guy.
That's dangerous.
In addition to this, and you
Wait.
know this in your heart to be
Persuasion?
true, you can sense the direction to a small keep somewhere in the world. The ownership of that keep now belongs to you. However, it is currently in the hands of monsters, which you need to clear out before you can claim the keep as your own.
What the
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Wait, it's persuasion? You said?
Yeah.
Yes, persuasion and also double your proficiency. You gain expertise in persuasion in addition to
Okay,
gaining proficiency.
I already had proficiency. Now I'll double it.
Yeah, but now you get like at least expertise. And now you know somewhere in the world there is a castle that is rightfully yours.
Cool.
Oh my
Man,
god.
only good things keep happening. Anyone else want to draw one?
Syrinx
Absolutely
is
not.
like, no, absolutely not. Get away.
I'll draw another one.
All right.
Can
Well,
I
you gonna draw another one?
slap Pen's hand out of the way?
Nope.
Only
Can
good things are
I was
happening.
gonna say,
What
can
the fuck are you
Plumeria
talking
like
about?
swoop in? Can Plumeria swoop in and like grab Pen by the back of his collar, almost as if it would
Hey,
be like
Hey,
picking up a baby
it's
kitten?
the deck.
Yeah,
It's the deck
you
of
do
good
so.
things.
And
Pen? I summoned a living being out of nothing.
yeah. As you're saying that, Scylla is like looking at it as like ma'am, is this a threat to you? Do I need to take him down? As he's like he's pulling out his sword and kind of like waving it around wildly towards Pen.
She
Where's
sighed
this boy?
and Scylla, no, he worked with me. I
I am Lady Plumeria's most loyal knight. I shall serve her until my death.
Squint. He's a simp?
Oh no, wolves think what? Oh my god.
Lady Plumeria, what does simp mean?
she's just
Oh, also, how do you react seeing an orc lady?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also
You walk up,
Indigo's
there's just
in-
an orc lady in
Indigo's gone,
Indigo's
and there's just an orc
clothes.
lady here.
yeah, no. Plumeria's leaning over to like Pen and Syrinx. Did you guys fucking trade Indigo for another person? What the hell happened?
Syrinx just points
I
to the
don't
note he
know.
wrote previously in his book that says, I think it's enchantment magic. I could maybe dispel it with more training, but I don't have it right now.
Yeah, no, I
You know
can't
what we
fucking-
could do? We could pull another card and maybe that'll help.
Do you say you want to draw another card? Because all you need to do is just declare the intent that you want to draw another card.
If we go on a
I
draw-
think you just did.
Do you want to draw another card? Yes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Any from the top or just from the top?
When I'm tied to Pen, can I just lean back really far?
All
On the
that
top.
it takes is just saying, I want to draw from the deck.
Oh god.
If you pull back, then sure, he can't physically draw it right now, but within an hour, it will physically leap out from the deck and fucking like trigger. So are you just going to try and restrain Pen?
Yeah, because
I
I,
mean,
don't
I
know
don't-
that.
I'm restraining Pen.
Okay, you restrain Pen. In an hour, he's going to have to draw a card.
Well, we don't know
Um,
that, so...
Yeah, you guys don't know that. The Pixie just says like, well, I guess I'll be going then. Good luck. As they flit
I'll
off.
see you. I mean, I got a whole keep now. And
What?
I don't know what. Yeah, no, I know in my mind there's a place somewhere with a castle or something. And it has, yeah, somewhere there's a keep and it's mine. And I own it.
Plumeria's
I
just
know that.
staring blank face as Pen says this, and as he's just standing there wearing the far too tight pants.
Yeah.
Wait, how much persuasion do I have now with the pants and the?
Yeah,
It's a
holy
plus
Oh
shit.
six.
no.
Oh my god, you're stupidly persuasive now, but your movement speed just, again, Mario, your movement speed is still halved. And it takes an hour to doff the pants.
Well, didn't you say
Mary,
we've
do you
been
like my
like
pants?
every round has been an hour?
Yeah, but he's still
Are you
wearing
trying
them.
to take off my pants?
No, I'm saying like we've been like looking for Plumeria for more than an hour, so him using the pants wouldn't that I don't know.
No,
No,
he's
well, I
he's
mean-
wearing them until he starts taking them off.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, Syrinx looks very tired. Do we
We've gotten
go ahead?
through the worst of it. Do we want to keep trying to at least make it to a village or something?
I offer
Yeah,
Plumeria the
sure.
end of the conga rope.
She's just gonna grab it.
Alright. You guys conga your way a little bit forwards. An hour passes, and all of a sudden, a card comes flying out of the woods.
Doesn't Pen also have
towards
to
you,
make
Pen.
a con save?
Okay, go ahead and make a con save.
Okay. I do not fart.
You do not fart. How many
Yeah.
from the
But then I
top?
fart anyway.
Yeah, so how
Top.
many from the top do you want to draw?
1.
Okay, one from the top.
Yeah, fuck me up.
Alright, let's see what we got.
Oh no.
Instant
Oh
death.
boy. Oh boy.
Fuck.
As I think it's going to be funnier if I just let me see if I can find a description of this so you can read it out loud.
Oh,
You DM that to Nemo.
Eh,
very fun. What's the name of it? Send me the name. I have the descriptions here.
Yeah, let me just.
Oh, I think I fucked. I fucked up.
Oh my god.
The deck of good things.
The
deck
deck
of
of
good
good
things.
things.
Only good things have happened so far.
Oh Christ.
So what do we see?
Oh.
Yeah. The card first appears in Pen's hand as Pen, with your old man eyes, go ahead and you can recite what you know in your heart to be true.
Someone an avatar of death. A ghostly humanoid skeleton.
Okay, the
Glad
card
it's
is skull.
tattered. Yeah. Clad in tattered black robes and carrying spectral sight. It appears in a space of the DM's choice within 10 feet of you and attacks you, warning all others that you must win this battle alone. The avatar fights until you die or drops to 0 hit points, whereupon it disappears. If anyone tries to help you, the helper summons its own avatar of death. A creature slain by the avatar of death can be restored to life.
Oh my fucking
So
god.
you have to fight a thing alone, Pen?
Yeah.
As that happens in the card fucking like it suddenly explodes outwards into
Can I
a
quickly
token
take off
eye.
my pants?
Nope, it's
Real quick, you need an hour for that.
as
Oh,
a spectral avatar suddenly appears that is medium as it suddenly points a bony finger towards Pen as it just suddenly says 1v1 me bro as it pulls out this fucking giant scythe and fucking like stares at you. Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
well, guys, I have to fight. I have to fight this boy here, and I'll see you later. You can go on ahead. Don't need to watch. It's gonna
Absolutely
be
not. It
dangerous.
took us forever to find Plumeria. No, we'll just watch.
And we're not fucking leaving you. Are you kidding me?
I mean, either I win or this guy's wins. And yeah, no.
And how
Yeah,
much health do you have?
I have 46.
You got 46 health?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so I think... Alright, I'm seeing how this is working.
Take out my
This is a little
tea
bit
set.
scary. This is a little bit very scary. Well, I guess we have a backup character if we absolutely need to.
Oh,
With
God.
Sella.
Yeah. I just play a fair boy.
As it's time for you two to roll initiative.
Oh god.
This is fine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Penisman, can Penisman help?
It says if... Let me double check.
Failure.
If anyone tries to help you, the helper summons its own avatar of death. So, if Penis Man did help you, it would spawn a
fun.
little birdie fucking, like, avatar of death.
Fun. I'm gonna, before I fight them, I'm gonna walk over to Indigo and handle here. Take Charles. Take care of him.
Charles?
Yeah, that's the name of Charles. You can only call him Charles.
I can't
I
call him
tried calling
Charles.
No.
Charles.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, his name is Charles. That's how I know. Oh god.
Oh, okay. I will take care of him.
Oh my fucking god.
Honestly, I'm touched that he let me take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Pen goes first at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 feet. I don't have
I need
sneak attack.
Need some fucking tense music to play here. Do you not have steady aim?
I
You had to
can't. I
move.
moved.
Ooh, damn, dude.
I have no sneak attack.
That's not great for you. That is not great.
Not great
for
at
you.
all.
No. But you're at full health. You have all of your abilities, all your bullshit.
I
As
guess I do.
you go first. What do you do?
Booming blade.
All right.
That's
Go ahead and
it's
roll an
good.
attack.
Wait, let me.
Jesus.
A10 does not hit.
Tasty.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure about that, unfortunately.
Disengaging ain't gonna move. Thanks, Pete.
Wait, isn't your movement speed like 20 or 10?
25. Oh wait, I can't move 10 feet. I'll move.
Oh, we moved speed
Five?
capped, so it's not 25 feet anymore. It's 10.
Yes. Isn't
So if
it
you
about
just-
at least
You
12?
have to dash to run away.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just stay here then.
Okay.
I mean, you want to
The,
use steady aim next turn, don't you?
Yeah.
So this creature doesn't need to hit. I'm also just gonna put its health bar up too, because it has half your health.
That's not too
It
bad.
has what for
but
health?
it has half of your health.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't need to roll to hit you. It just does damage.
Oh.
Oh.
As it does. Wow, that's a unfortunately high roll, as it does 14 points of damage to you as it
14?
sweeps its scythe through you. 14, yes. 14,
Uncanny
1/4.
dodge.
We can't see
Oh yes,
your...
uncanny dodge! You can cheese this!
Oh my god.
You uncanny dodge it as you only take 7 points of damage. Oh my
I
god,
feel like
you
Pen
might
is
be
the
able
most
to.
prepared for this.
Yes.
Oh.
Great. Roll the
Yeah.
hit.
Steady aim, features.
Roll with advantage.
And I have sneak attack.
Yes.
No, and I'm gonna use booming blade.
Great.
So that's an extra D8.
Awesome. Yes, perfect. This is what you need.
What the fuck?
16.
A 16 does not hit.
What the hell is this roll?
I'm rolling so bad.
Is that your turn?
Okay.
I can't wait for Pen to just tragically die from a series of horrible rolls.
Is that
That
your
would
turn?
be so funny. Let me see. I guess it is.
Alright. Oh my god.
Right.
It does. Another 8 on the roll. It does 16 points of damage to you that you can have to 8.
Yeah.
It's back to your turn.
Steady aim. Booming
Ready,
blade.
aim. Please, roll high, please.
Natural 20.
Yes! Yes!
Holy
Please!
shit.
God! That does hit!
Holy shit.
And that's that. Wait.
I think it just dies instantly.
And that
Oh my...
plus 2d8.
He does the fucking samurai thing.
Yeah.
No, wait. 4d8. Okay, that amount
Oh,
much
Jesus
damage.
Christ, man. How do you want to do this? That was way too close. Oh my
Pen
god.
is gonna take give Indigo a quick look, and then he does the samurai thing, and lands right on the other side.
Yeah, he
Oh
lands
my
over there.
fucking god.
His eyes sparkles.
Yes, you do so as the Grim Reaper suddenly just collapses to the ground. As it says, "You win this time, but I'll get you yet." As it slowly sinks into the ground,
Old age just came to
staring
Pen.
at you.
I'm fucking immortal, bitch.
As you guys realize, oh fuck, Pen just narrowly one fucking 1v1 with the Grim Reaper and narrowly avoided death. By the way, this entire time Scylla's like in front of you, Plumeria, just like trying to fucking like, you know, just like holding up like his rinky dink little shield to block you from like any sort of danger.
I'm gonna offer Pen a cup of tea.
Not gonna take a restrained realm. That's dangerous.
Rolls
I,
his eyes.
I gingerly hand back Charles over.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put that deck of many things away and never take it out again, hopefully.
Oh,
That-
God.
I want to
Was-
throw another card.
No.
Amazing.
You don't see the pixie anymore. You can't draw any more cards. I'm putting a stop to this. Oh my god.
And that was amazing.
Nightmarish.
There, no.
Oh boy.
I was just looking at too, like, fucking, like, do I just need to, like, bend the rule of, like,
No.
you can't be fucking brought back to life or something like that and do some side
Right,
quests
in the,
there,
right at
or,
the
like,
start of Pen's
nah.
arc, we kill Pen.
mhm.
Why would you
Boy.
need to bend the rules, Shivan? I'm just
God.
immortal. I can't die.
Yeah, no. The uncanny dodge, dude. Oh, damn. Oh, Christ.
We,
And after that kerfuffle, Plumeria's just like, okay, now can we keep moving?
Yeah,
Fuck's
sure.
Probably.
Sirius
Off
puts
we
his
go.
tea set away.
As we're walking, I guess we're gonna update Plumeria on what all happened, including me selling my name.
Yeah. Sirius
yeah.
wouldn't start
Let's
that
have a conversation about that
but-
one, actually. You probably should have an in-character conversation.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Yeah.
gonna say, so before this starts, Plumeria knows about all of the various Fae characteristics and what they could be, right? So she would
Yeah.
recognize the brownie smell coming off of Indigo.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So
So
she
she's-
definitely knows something's up.
Oh boy, she just squints. Indigo, did you?
I thought I could be sneaky and use a technicality.
Wait,
But it didn't work.
why did you think that? What in the history of things we did made you think you were smart enough to outsmart a pixie?
She kept saying, "Oh, you can't talk. You don't talk," and it was annoying.
You don't. You give them a fake name,
I-
like you're an underage child
I
going to buy
did.
liquor.
What?
I did.
Indigo's not your name then.
No.
We didn't say what he gave, but
What's your name, boy?
I'd rather not say because I'm no longer affiliated with that name.
Didn't you give the pixie your real name?
I guess, but I thought it was
What are you-
technicalities of birth names. I didn't realize it was. I
It
don't
is
know.
names. It is magic. You can fucking use the law against the Fae.
Yeah, I think especially
Law
steering.
is favor.
I think steering Simple Mary would you especially know what a name is to Fae is. It's effectively your identity. Like it's who you are as like a person in general.
Yeah, but
Oh.
Indigo wouldn't know that.
Yeah. So, but you two would if you wanted to, explain that.
you know, Syrinx is just leading the party on.
Hmm.
Indigo, name isn't just what you were called, it is what you embody.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
By being Indigo, anything that you associate with that name is a part of it. It is that identity.
I kind of realized that too little too late when she took it and decided to bargain with me on how to get it back.
Or Lardy.
Well, what you have to do.
She gave me options. One was to be extremely mean to one of you, and I wasn't going to do that. Another would be... I forgot what the fuck she asked.
The other one was you would owe her a
favor, and I
Mm.
know that's not good in any way, shape, or form. So I chose the first option she gave me, which was to steal some art piece called the Foxy Lady in one of the high society museums in Illuna.
Correct.
Yeah.
You really.
And you also, by the way, remember that you have to steal it within 30 days, or there's going to be some kind of consequence.
I say that.
Hmm.
Plumeria doesn't look too happy at hearing it's in the Highborn district, but just stops and well, if nothing specifically to do next when we get back, we get that squared away because you do not want that to just sit there and be dilly-dallied about.
You don't have to help me. This was my
Okay.
mistake, and
Okay.
I need to deal with the consequences, so...
Sure, I'm okay with that. So,
Indigo.
what's your plan right now?
First of all, we need to figure out...
Wait, we know, not we. You said you were gonna do this by yourself. You just said that.
I meant
What's your plan?
right now.
No, I mean on the pixie thing. What's your plan?
I haven't had a chance to sit down and think about it.
What you thought you could outsmart a pixie?
I understand I was wrong now. Thank you for rubbing it in.
We'll do it again.
God.
And he's never been outside the city. Just cut him some slack. Please,
Right.
you work under me. You are my responsibility. I will be aiding you in this. So, we'll deal with this.
Scylla quietly whispers to you, wait, so if they work underneath you, do I also need to protect them too?
Oh
or...
god, please.
Syrinx
get to
writes
that.
down, who is this? And
Yes,
points
who
at
is this?
Scylla.
Who is this child?
Well, you know how Pen summoned that skeletal thing from drawing a card? Well, this was my equivalent. I now have Zilla.
So he's not a simp. He's your son or something.
No,
You
no,
have a son?
Farius is freaking. No.
I mean,
Fairies can't.
congratulations.
First off, fairies can't even have children. Two, no, he's.
Wait, they
technically-
can't? Do you like lay eggs or something? Like, how does that work?
Indigo, we pop out of the ground out of whatever fucking plant we're named after, full fucking grown.
What? His whole fucking brain just exploded. What?
Yeah, they're just
We.
basically
wait.
vegetables.
His jaw is dropped. He has never known this.
We
Do
can
I
talk
have to
about.
get rid of my flowers? I am so sorry.
No,
I don't know
it's-
how that works.
It's a whole thing. We can go over this another time.
We can talk about how babies are born.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But he is now technically supposed to be my protector, though no offense. So like,
I think Scylla just pipes up with like, for what it's worth, I think I would be honored to have you as my mother.
So he is your son.
Yeah.
I think you're a mom.
Hilaria's rubbing her temples.
Oh
Scylla
god.
gives you a bright thumbs up.
Oh, God. She just mutters quietly and Sylvan, I need some fucking moonshine and I'm leaving you with a fork.
That's good because I know Sylvan. And so does Syrinx.
Yeah.
And so does this
I
fairy, as the fairy just kind of goes, oh, moonshine, I can probably find some soon.
We're going to somewhere where we can get some.
I'll be sure to get something for you.
Oh
Right,
god.
let's get moving. She's just at the end of her rope.
Literally.
Let's just get moving.
As we're walking, I'm asking this ferryman a million questions. So which flower did you pop out of?
I popped out of a cactus.
Okay, so based on different plants, do you get different abilities? So are you like spiky or something? Can you live without water for 1,000,000 days? Do you soak up water? Can you live out in the desert for like a long time? Like, I need to know this logistics.
I mean, back where I was from, I kind of used to live in a deserty area, but I mean...
Wait, so you're from somewhere? You didn't pop out from the card. Wait a second. How did you get here from the card?
Wait, this before?
Wait, did the cart just fucking abduct you?
My
Yeah,
God.
what
Not a duck. This is my calling. This is my purpose. My
what were you
people, I
doing
mean...
before?
Well, from birth, from years and years, a select few of us are chosen to be, knights. And every so often, this divine magic calls us to our true purpose. And I knew that I would now find my calling. And here it is. It's serving Lady Plumeria.
Mary's just
Fucking weird.
Syrinx
My
is just
entire
writing
life, I've waited for this
furiously.
moment. And
Holy
I'm
shit,
I'm
we're now
so
leading.
happy to all the grand and
Plumeria
noble
like a
adventures
god
I'll
for
assist
him?
you with.
We're leading around a cult child, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God. I
hard.
go. Oh, okay. I don't. What weapons do you use?
He pulls out just
A
this
toothpick.
a toothpick.
No, it's cactus needles all bundled together into the shape of a
it's cactus
sword.
needle, yeah, and a bunch of his shield's almost weaved together. As he says, you mean my noble sword Spiky here?
Spiky.
Is that really its name?
There's
He looks at you confused and says, yes? Is it not cool enough?
pretty
No,
cool.
I was just asking if that was the name. That's all.
He blinks.
Stop being mean to the child. We need to go.
All I asked was the name.
It's you here. We don't get to bully him yet.
Squid so hard.
I'm just imagining Pen just holding Scylla. I've only known Scylla for 20 minutes, but if anything happened to him, I'd kill everyone in this room with myself.
He's a good boy.
He throws his arms up in the air and fucking keeps walking.
Can we make it to the bog fairies?
Please, holy
Let us out
shit.
of this personal hell.
Yes, you do so. And yeah, you guys, the floor kind of turns into more of like a swampy area. As you guys can see in the distance, there's a small little like village out by like a boardwalk. As you guys get closer, there's a thick smell of just alcohol, just like littering the place. That like those of you with weak constitutions almost nearly bowls you over.
Jesus.
As the rest of you guys, feel a little bit kind of relaxed being in Proper Village here. The twiddly twangs of banjo music fill the air.
I
As
can never escape.
you can see that most of like the fairies, they're all wearing like overalls or like polka dot like dresses and stuff like that, and they're like tied like twin tails and stuff like that. As you can see the person who's like playing the banjo with a big like straw hat on and a piece of like straw in his mouth, just like looks over towards you, Mary, and says, "Well, howdy there, cousin Maria. Haven't seen you in forever."
What?
Oh,
Hey.
fuck's sake.
Wait,
Finally, I know someone.
Your cousins with them?
No, we're not fucking cousins. They were this is the nearest village to where
But
I
he
am
called
from.
you cousin. So you have cousins and a son? What?
They-
Okay.
We're having a talk about this later, Indigo.
the fairy kind of like walks over to you with a beaming grin.
Does
as
he
you
walk
can see,
or
like,
does he float?
he floats over towards you. You fucking pedantic little piece of. Indigo takes 20 points of damage for being pedantic. No. He fucking like he flies over to you, just like his thumbs hooked on his like overalls, big beaming gap tooth grin as he looks over to you as he says like, "Well, now who might this be?"
Who's he pointing at?
Let's go with Indigo and Syrinx as he just sticks out a hand right towards you.
Syrinx writes down his name, but I think it would be extremely funny if they couldn't read cursive.
Yeah.
I can't read.
Yeah, they look towards that and then just kind of say like, "Oh, you got an artiste here, huh?" As I look towards Samaria, look at this. It's a nice little picture of a birdie.
I'm gonna
Oh my
shake his
God.
hand, just like one little finger. 'Cause he's tiny.
he shakes it vigorously.
I look at Plumeria. Do I actually say my name or am I going to get fucked over again?
These guys are safe.
I extend my finger, and now that I'm fucking ginormous, it's like
The
huge.
whole arm.
Yeah.
Whole hand could crush 7 fairies.
I try to be very gentle, now very hyper aware of how big I am.
Yeah, you do so. He fucking like grabs onto your finger with like both hands and just like vigorously like shakes it. You introduce yourself?
They call me Indigo.
Pleasure to meet you, fella. My name, they call me Cabbage.
Cabbage.
I love him.
What a brilliant name. Oh wait, does he say fella or? Because I'm
Oh
a
no,
girl.
he says miss. Actually, he says what's the
Ma'am.
female version of fella?
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
No, but like the
Ma'am.
more like colloquial.
Ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
What are you
Okay.
trying to do?
No, more of just like a.
Ladies.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Oh, I am a ma'am. Oh.
Sorry.
Question. So
Sorry,
do they
cat
have
bitch.
any? Do they have any magic that'll like fix this?
Are you asking
Sure, look.
Syrinx or Plumeria?
Ask Plumeria.
Yeah.
Oh. Been here in a while, but we can sure check. Cabbage. You wouldn't happen to have anyone who's probably a bit more skilled than us with regular magic, huh? You need a favor. Indigo is We ran into Pixies on the way here, and Indigo's not how he's supposed to be looking.
Why do I hear you softly
Hard.
cackling?
Cabbage kind of like says like well, in terms of enchantment magic, my wife Tomato, I mean, she's all right at doing the whole. She does like is the fucking like spirit fingers, the magic thing. But I think you might want to be talking to our resident apothecary here, Eggplant.
You just saying random.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving this fucking village right now.
No, Plumeria grabs Indigo by the collar. You're fucking staying here, bud. Come on.
As you look at Eggplant, who like saunters his way over there,
Summoned by his name.
Yeah, he's wearing overalls and just like no shirt on. He's just kind of like muscly as he just like his float over towards you is just like almost a strut, just this complete confident.
Does he have an
strut.
8-pack or a 6-pack?
He's just like a mega Chad,
He's
but
got
he uses
8.
magic.
yeah, he's just a mega Chad. Yeah, he does have an 8-pack. Yes, he's just as handsome as all get out fairy.
He does the moto walk.
He's the moto walk
Yes!
towards you.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes.
Stupid. He does exactly that
Oh
as he
my
fucking
God.
like struts onto you.
That's so good. I'm gonna put that in quotes.
Syrinx writes down with his hands on the paper. Would you be able to dispel magic on my friend here?
Yeah, and so like he looks he kind of like strokes his chin for a second, just kind of like looking at Indigo before saying, well, I mean, I can give him a potion that might work, I think.
Wait, does he have like a British
Yes, yes.
accent?
Not quite Brit. I was just going for deep. Like, no, actually, it's funnier if he has like a slightly British accent. I think.
Like he just
He
opens
goes
formal.
squints.
Yeah.
Are you mocking me?
No.
I squint harder, but say nothing else.
I should be able to mix them some brew, and it should have the same effects of a dispel magic, but it's, well, how would you say your constitution is? You seem fairly big and strong.
Okay.
They nod solemnly. You're in for a ride.
Oh no.
Hey.
Oh man. All right.
It is actually okay.
Yeah. All right. But he says, just give me a little bit here. I'll get this potion to just lickety split, or my name isn't Eggplant.
Is it
Uh,
not eggplant?
Well, it's sort of a nickname.
For what?
He winks.
What do you want to know?
It's fucking stupid. He doesn't
You
understand.
know the implication.
Syrinx is like looking over at Indigo, giving like the
Mhm.
neck cut motion.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. So,
This
you
is
know
the
what?
Stupidest
How
joke
about-
I had planned.
You just go make this potion. I will be very grateful. Thank you, Mr. Eggplant. That's it.
Yep. Fucking Chad walks out of there. Oh my
Motomoto
god.
away.
He likes some cookie.
Alright.
You find my name risible.
Yeah. Some time passes. He comes back with just like a little jug with just like 3 X's on the side.
No.
As he says, all right, drink up. You're gonna have to drink the entire thing.
Okay.
You do
What do I
so?
need
I
to
clap.
roll? Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me a con save, DC 25.
What?
There's no
Syrinx just
fucking way.
claps
I'd have to
with
roll
a
a
chant.
20 right here. Wait, can someone give me bardic inspiration?
It's too late. You've already drank
Oh,
it. Go ahead and let's see like how badly you do. 22.
Hey, that's
Wow,
not
that was pretty
terrible.
close.
Yeah. You're fucking like glugging it down. It hits you like a truck.
Well, yeah.
You're gone, dude. You are
I
absolutely.
passed the fuck out. But do I look normal?
It is slowly going to have its effect on you. After you wake up from, let's go with a little short rest here. You will transform back to normal.
Cool.
Nah,
I'm just passed the
Indigo
fuck
just
out.
burst from inside the Arc Woman.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
Just clouds outside.
Alien style.
No. I
Oh,
hate
God.
that.
Horrible. I hate it. And honestly, on that distressing note, as you guys have now made it to the village, I think that's probably a good ending point for the session.
Yeah.
Oh man, as I hope you enjoyed this absolutely unhinged session.
Chaos.
Oh my god.
Well,
This
I'm glad
was-
no one died. Stares at Pen.
Yeah.
Stares at Pen.
Oof. Wowzers.
I'm immortal. I fucking talked to a blue dragon and I fought death. What do you want from me now? I can't die.
Oh, I just want to put this out there because you guys aren't going to go back there. The blue dragon was an illusion. If you just kept fucking around and finding out, you would have figured out he was an illusion and would have given you a deck of illusions.
Bruh.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, you still do have the incense on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Syrinx and I are a little richer.
Actually, yeah, Syrinx and you are a little richer, but nobody else knows that. Actually, just to end out the session, do you want to show the incense to Syrinx at all, or use it, or anything like that, or are we just gonna?
Yep. Mira's gonna show it to Syrinx. I stumbled upon this in the many an hour in the woods. You wouldn't happen to know if this won't kill us, do you?
Sniff it.
Smells like incense.
Arcana
Like
check.
sandalwood. Okay, go for it.
I don't know why I'm trying to scroll up to get to a roll I made like 2 hours ago. 27.
27. With a 27, you can definitely tell that it does have some kind of enchantment magic on it. It does clear to only have the effect on like the person who like lights the incense itself. 27 is very, very high, so I'll give you those things, but I don't think it's high enough for you to just divine what it does.
Well, while
I-
Syrinx is
I will say this:
Oh,
it's
go ahead.
actually, how about this? Like, it does appear to like you can definitely tell there's like something kind of mixed in like with the incense. You spent time enough with Fork. Maybe it's a little special.
Yeah, I was
incense
gonna
that you
immediately
gotta
light it because I
inhale.
thought it was gonna be drugs.
Okay, you're gonna
Let's
inhale
just
it.
say, yeah, Syrinx. He doesn't have a lighter, but he just snaps over it and lights it. And takes a sniff.
Okay, Syrinx, roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Why is it always Syrinx fucking around and finding out? For real?
That's his
Because
job.
he steals my things.
For the next 8 hours, your wisdom score is 1.
Ooh.
Okay, that'll be fun. I'll write that down for next
As in,
session.
you now have a -5 to your wisdom score modifier.
Oh my
Shit.
god.
Syrinx's pupils just fucking expand.
Yes. Yeah, it's fucking sitar music playing, pupils expanding as you fucking. you're
yeah,
not
Connor, you
exactly
hand it to
here.
him, he sniffs it, squints, lights it, and then his pupils just like. Pew.
White
And he
Rabbit
sits
just
down.
started playing on the background.
Hurdy-gurdy music.
God.
Yes. Oh my god. And then that's where we'll end the session then. As you guys have gotten a bunch of weird ass magical items. And also Scylla, who is there too.
Lumeria's
man.
For
son.
joining
have
us,
a whole
everybody.
ass-
Lumeria's new son. Yeah.
Thanks for
Oh,
joining
man.
us. We'll see you all next week for our journey
Yeah, we get to.
into the Bog Fairy Village.
Yeah, and starting to delve a little bit deeper into the mystery of the place that
The flower shop killers.
yeah, the flower shop murderers and their extremely weird motive.